Okay, broadcasting.
Oh shit.
We're broadcasting?
Yes,
We're
the
broadcasting!
world can hear you now.
I love how the first thing. I love how the first thing I say is, "Oh shit."
So everybody, all your dirty secrets are now online. Let's do this.
Oh, great! Wonderful! 10 out of 10! Oh, fuck.
Rise to the Arctic, you already got an online persona.
I have an online persona and she curses like a sailor.
Wait,
I guess that's it.
wait.
It just doesn't give a fuck, so I guess I'm fine.
Alright.
Okay, so I don't think Dark heard the intro, so let me go ahead. So, to set this up like the movies do, this is episode 1, the incident on Jandoon. I'm not going to play the music for copyright reasons.
I know. I'm just gonna do it back here for no reason.
Because that copyright tends to slap us YouTubers right in the face, like,
Yep.
hey, screw you.
For reals. So,
You do it for 5 seconds, and they're just like, hey, I'm gonna punch you in the face, and you're like, please don't. And they're like, oh, well, just because you said please, I'm gonna do it harder.
yeah.
Alright.
So if I get copyright slapped on me for your horrible rendition of the Star Wars, I'm charging you. Didn't
You totally should, too.
yeah.
In
In fact, oh wait, I'm getting an email now. Apparently, I'm being charged. So yeah, go ahead. And,
Oh, no,
Alright. Jared,
Okay.
go ahead.
all right. So a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, the year is 485 BBY, before the Battle of Yavin. During a routine trip to the Corva sector. Actually, let me get you guys on the map here. I'll interrupt myself real quick.
You know, the actual map. I would love to see, like, he actually has, like, a scroll thing. Like, this is all nonsense, you're reading nothing.
I think this map.
Like,
is
it
actually-
says, like, somewhere, why the fuck are you reading this, you dumbass piece of shit?
So here is the This is the Outer Rim, a map of the Outer Rim. And that
Wow!
is
Holy crap.
that is the Corva sector there. And Jandoon is actually right where I put that yellow dot. So, anyways,
Hey!
back to my notes. All right, so after a routine trip to the Corva sector to cash in on some expensive cargo, Gumptar, we're just going to say he's the guy whose ship this is, unless one of you guys want to be the one who owns the ship. I don't really care. Whoever owns the ship and his companions are forced to crash land on the planet Jandoon after a mysterious explosion forces them to crash land. Strange things have been said about this planet, and unable to repair their ship without gathering more resources, they're forced to traverse the seemingly desolate land. Will they find the resources they need to leave this place? Will they uncover the dark secrets that plague this planet? I can. Whoever has galactic lore can roll it.
Oh, sir, I totally do!
That is the episode introduction. This is the session introduction. After successfully navigating your ship to the nearby planet Jandoon, you begin blazing through its atmosphere and start ascending into a large forest, trying to avoid all the trees you can as to cause minimum damage. You dodge and weave as tree branches and debris crash against your ship. A small swamp is spotted and splash, you land right on the bank of the swamp, causing a large amount of water and smudge to fly everywhere. After you come to from a slight daze, you find yourself still alive. The forest swamp is surprisingly quiet as you all look at each other. What would you like to do?
We are in the Dagobah. I mean...
I
sorry.
Well, I had the right idea. I wore the brown pants today.
So, I'm gonna slowly rise up from the crashed wreckage as I rub my head, looking around for
Oh
my...
dear, is everyone okay? Since C-3PO's in every single Star Wars fucking episode. He's on your ship.
Fuck yes, we
Yeah.
have him.
Even though Anakin hasn't made him yet.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm F3PO.
Yeah,
You know what he is? He's not F3PO.
It actually
he's
could
like
work.
FU3O.
Yeah,
He's
human
like,
cyborg relations.
It could actually work, as protocol droids are really popular for that reason.
Yeah, he's your droid. He's trained in millions upon millions of languages. You know, the whole routine that he gives you. But he's like, oh my, is everyone okay? He's like bowing up and down like he does in the movies and doing absolutely nothing to help. He's just...
So, of course, my happy ass didn't help at all with the crash landing. I was sitting in the lounge room, and while I was on this couch over here, I found myself through the Deco chip system over here, just like, well, we're not playing chess anytime soon. Ow.
Is everyone okay?
Breathing.
I think I'm okay. My circuits seem to not be fried, Master.
Amazing.
My head hurts.
The Force sure was forgiving on this one.
Roll my eyes a little bit at that, actually.
Enough with that religious bullshit, Master. Oh,
yeah.
he's a little more cockier than his twin cousin. Fuck you, bitch. Oh my. Pardon me for my language.
Oh my god, why can I totally imagine when no one's looking, he's like...
I feel like if that's the case...
And someone else looks at him like, what? And he's like, oh my, oh my. It's like,
sorry.
I didn't do anything, what? That wasn't me. Fuck.
So I say we need to get the ship up and running.
Okay, did anybody roll Galactic Lore? Does anybody have Galactic Lore to roll?
Dude,
I do not have it.
I do. I'm gonna roll it like a boss. Watch me do this.
Oh, nice. 25.
Holy shit. What the hell, Ice?
Oh, by the way, this chart rolls phenomenal for some reason. So if you guys start rolling really awesome, I'm gonna... I don't know. Because last time I played this, everybody was rolling like 20s minimum. But anyways, 25. So yeah, you know a little bit more about this planet. It's got kind of a dark history. For probably the past 90 years, everybody's just avoided this place. There's apparently some ruins on this place that were said to be quote unquote evil or whatever. But people will come here from time to time and add to the data net or whatever they call it. Information, but it's very scarce because it's just kind of out of the way. Nobody goes here, but from what you gather, there's that ruins, and then there's some mysterious something going on here that nobody's been able to explain. That has caused the entire or the majority of the population of this planet to just mysteriously vanish. You don't know if they're dead, if they've just disappeared. You don't know what's happened. But that's all the data you have, really. It seems to be linked. The people who have typed into the data net about this place seem to feel like it's linked to these ruins because of the eerie feeling they get when they're near them.
All right.
What kind of bugs are on this planet?
Oh god.
Life sciences. I will give you a roll. They don't have advantage on the system, but I like it, so roll with advantage. Basically, just roll twice, take the better. Because you've already got the galactic lore and the life science. Okay, so you know that this place from the databases have what's been written, very large creatures. Basically, a lot of the creatures you would see here on Earth, but enlarged. We all know that Earth doesn't exist in Star Wars, but just to give you an example, what you would find here on Earth is probably what you would find here. But they seem to be
complimentary here, people.
Rather
Come on.
well. Some people get crazy with their Star Wars. But so if there's a cockroach, for instance, on Earth, it would be probably 4 times the size on this planet. So just to give you an example, it's almost like Fallout animals, if you will.
Alright, so I'm going to...
I'm gonna name it Chewie. I'm so
And C-3PO's
so
oh, sir, there seems to be damage to the flux capacitor. Oh my. And so he's just doing that. So
Did
he's
you just say a Star Trek reference?
No,
No, that isn't
flex
so-
capacitor is Back to the Future.
You're right. It is. So I'm like, all right.
No, your freaking futuristic bullshit,
Yeah.
Jamie.
Yeah.
What?
Know your useless terminology for random junk, okay?
No, it's fair. No, was that in Star Wars? I think it was actually.
I'm pretty sure it's Back to the Future.
Don't try to fix
But
yourself.
it doesn't
man.
matter.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He wants
Whatever.
size
The
and
warp
says-
system isn't working. Got it.
Yeah, there you go.
So T1 says, well, we shouldn't stay aboard here. This ship's not going to offer us any more aid in its current condition. We should have a look around at least and survey our surroundings.
I asked for a update on the ship to be given to my personal computer.
Okay. You get that. I mean, you're able to go into the ship's main computer. It's a pretty intelligent computer, and upload all that shit to your little comm pad or whatever.
Right? Yeah. So just like update me is what I want.
So there's several things. The flux capacitor, which this ship isn't going to get off the ground without, and then the data link core coupler is missing. I don't know. Whatever.
Whatever.
Insert random ship terminology here. Is missing.
Great, that sounds.
Essentially,
wonderful.
you need
How
one.
are we supposed to fix this?
Yeah, so basically, there's how the nav computer links with the ship, how that it communicates with the ship. That critical piece is missing, and then basically what controls the thrusters and the hyperdrive. That big component is missing, which is the flux capacitor. So you're missing two major components that need to be replaced.
Nice.
Alright. I'm going to start heading towards the boarding ramp.
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading that way as well.
Like-
Fuck. Okay, calm down, kids.
Go ahead.
All right. So I'm kind of like I go to see if the door opens up.
So like this much of your ship here is embedded in swamp water.
Oh, that's lovely.
Does the boarding ramp go to open?
Yes, it does. It like splashes right into the swampy water, and you guys are pretty much knee deep in swamp water. But I mean, it's only like a few steps to
I'm
get
small
to the
size.
edge of the swamp. You guys pretty much extended the size of this swamp by like 20 yards because of your crash landing.
All right. So I'm not too
We
worried
were
about
useful
water.
to the environment.
Yes.
I hold my hand out to Queza to be lifted up since I'm small size and the water will literally go up to my neck.
Oh, it's so
Swim,
fucking
monkey,
cute.
swim! No.
I'm a lemur, damn it!
Cute. Don't be an ass.
And I like to move it. So take that.
I need to ask. Okay, now I really want to know because I don't know his quirk yet. Is his quirk like a religious bastard, or what the fuck is his quirk? I need to know.
A3PO, huh?
His quirk is to keep making you guess what his quirk is.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to do it just yet. We just now crashed after all.
All right.
All right, everybody, give me perception
she
rolls.
picks him up and kind of like hops him up on her shoulder, like, here, you can sit up here, I guess.
Alright, so-
A3PO is going to. He says, "I'll watch the ship, masters." Piece of shit.
You do that.
Piece of shit.
I'd say you keep
guess.
that up and see if you can't get the comm relay working.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, master. I'm happy to be of service, bastard.
I will rewire your circuits into the ship and make you suffer.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My mouth. Ugh.
He holds up a hand and says, I actually believe he might have been damaged during the crash.
Just wipe. All right, so it's
The
clearly
entire
malfunctioning.
time, she has a grin on her face and like says, "You know what? I like your droid. I like your droid. Can you please keep it? Just leave it the way it is. It's beautiful."
So as soon as we get out off the
Oh yeah.
as soon as we get off into the waters and everything. I look for a dry spot, and I just leap myself over to the dry spot so I can get out of this water.
You could have helped us, you bitch.
I'm going to stay on her shoulder until we get into the dry spot.
She'll just follow, like, carefully.
And once we get to the dry spot, I'll immediately curl into a ball and start to basically start to take off, rolling.
Oh, whoops! Forgot to put Fog of War on there.
So cute. Why is it doing that?
Wait, what is he doing?
He rolled into a ball and he's rolling around. It's so cute. Ah!
It's one of my racial traits. I am able to, when I roll up into a ball, I move 8 squares rather than 4.
Oh man, you really want to capture him in a very large jar.
Yeah.
No, I want to catch him in a jar
Wait,
and keep him forever and name him my little booty.
Yeah.
Actually, wait a minute. Considering what happens to everything else you put in a jar, no.
Yeah.
No. Fuck no. You are going to have to console her. It's going to be satisfying.
But, by the way, as he rolls, he kind of rolls up onto a cliff, surveying around before slowly squatting down and just staring at the group.
Looks
Good.
at...
So for now, you guys are here. There's this little makeshift bridge here.
Well, I suppose we should follow the bridge and see what we find.
I nod my head and look as I'm going to... Does the bridge look like something I could roll across, or would I need to be a little more precise than that?
We'll just say that's the face of your ship there.
What the fuck's the face
Gosh,
of
I'm
my ship?
such a good drawer. All this green
I'm
down there.
so proud of you. Look at it. This is going up on the fridge.
Yep. Yay! I made the fridge.
Isn't that the best thing? Like when you're a kid,
What's
when
a
your mother puts
fridge?
your picture on the fridge, you're like, I feel so accomplished with my life.
I'm on the food dehydrator. Yay!
I'm on the
Or food hydrator. Yeah. All right. So this green blob of terrible drawing is like your ship. So there's a little makeshift bridge here. So as you guys, what was everybody's perceptions?
25, natural 20.
20.
All right. Oh, what's the good rolls already? Yeah.
I rolled low.
Okay, I got Cyrons and
Wow.
Tiwatans. I'm missing Quez's roll.
Whatever.
What am I supposed to be rolling?
Perception.
Perception.
Skill.
Frah! Frah!
No one's getting below 20s tonight. All right.
Wow. So
Look in your ass, god damn it.
you guys see several things. Well, the first thing that catches your eye is it Queza or Queza?
It's Queza.
Queza.
You can call her Queza.
First thing that catches your eyes are these firefly-looking bugs in the that are just like lighting up throughout the forest. They're very quiet, but obviously you see their lights.
About the size of your fucking thumb.
All of you
I-
also notice some other movement coming to the northeast of where you're standing. So this direction over here, about 50 yards away from you. You think you see some movement, but it's instantaneous. It's almost like if you weren't looking at that exact spot at the exact right time, you wouldn't have noticed it.
I'm going to use Sense the Force.
I'ma just go try and catch one of these bros. Like, hey.
Okay, give me a dex for you. The rest of you, all of your force senses are tingling.
Or the force
Without
sensor
even rolling,
tingling?
you sense the presence of a force,
The
of the
disturbance.
force near. It could be a powerful force user. It could just be a disturbance in the force. It could be anything, but you sense the presence of the force nearby.
Alright.
It could be what this movement is. You don't know. It seems like it's coming from that direction.
All right, so I'm kind of just like, I kind of just glance over at T110 and just like,
I'm going to use the Force to sense the surroundings and then make a perception check following after that. This is a thing just for being trained in this. Sensing surroundings. As a swift action, you can make a DC 15 use the force check to ignore the effects of cover and concealment while making a perception check to detect or observe targets. Increase the DC by 5 if this ability is used against targets with total cover.
Yeah, let me get my dice bag out real quick.
Alright. Should I go ahead and make a use the force check?
Yes.
Alright, 19.
That's a 4 for you.
Yeah, I have a really high use the force.
Dude, you have a plus
Okay,
15.
wow.
Holy shit.
You feel like somebody was trying to prevent you, but you bypassed it almost. That's the best way to describe it. Like you just overrode their force blockiness.
Should
Blockiness.
I roll a
Blockiness,
perception
yes.
to
That's
see
a
what
real
I
word.
perceive?
Well, you succeeded. So you perceive a force user, and a fairly powerful one at that. Seems to be like you can't tell whether he's dark or light. I mean, he's not like showing huge. He's not like hugely radiating light, and he's not hugely radiating dark. So
T1 Time kind of winces as he senses before slowly leaning on his cane and looking over. We are not alone. There's another who is strong in the force nearby.
Is there any path here on the ground?
Not even listening, just trying to get a hold of these bugs.
yes, there's the path that your ship is currently over, and then there's this path right here.
Alright, so I'm like, why don't I scout ahead while you two figure out what we're doing and see if we can't get the ship out of the swamp here. I'm gonna scout ahead and see what I can find. And at this point, I'm going to go into the nearby brush and try to hide. And stealth along, see if I can't find anything up along the path.
All right, give me stealth.
See you later, bitch.
And if the rest of you are trying to hide yourselves, you can roll stealth as well.
No, I'm trying to catch this bug.
All right. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. I'm sorry. Your dex. Yeah, you successfully catch 2 of these bugs, and you have them in a jar.
And also while I do that, I try to suppress my own abilities to make sure nothing else can sense me coming.
I curl up into a ball and roll into the brush as well.
Okay, once she has her bugs in hand.
I thought I told you guys.
Well, I'm going the opposite way, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't give you much to deal with as far as terrain here, but just imagine
I thought
everywhere
I told
around
you
here
try-
is just forest, and then there's this tiny little swamp that is like a tiny little creek that goes through the forest.
All right.
I thought I told you guys to try to get the ship out of the swamp.
All right. Oh boy, I don't have move object.
If anybody has survival, they can roll it as well.
All right, I don't have survival actually, which is upsetting. I'm going to. I kind of rub my head like, there's no way I'm going to be able to pull that out.
She's over there catching bugs.
But my character kind of gets a twitch as he looks before. Yeah, I'm going to try to make a stealth check, and I'm going to sneak up on this force user and watch him.
Okay. Quasar, as you're catching bugs, you hear like a tree branch snap, as if like somebody stepped on a tree branch or twig or something and snapped it.
She totally pulls this, like, deer movement and picks up her head and snaps around like, eh.
And you guys are up here soon. Okay. You can give me.
I am putting distance between me and T1 Time.
Okay, yeah. I don't have like a huge map. Actually, I do.
I'm trying to make sure he's not nearby. I'm making sure he's not nearby me.
Yeah, I'm just
So
wanting to watch
he
this guy.
can't give me away.
Okay. All right. Does anybody have survival?
No, not as a skill. Let's train.
Yeah, this is a little bigger for you guys. There you go. So you're over here, like in the trees, catching fireflies. you're stealthing over up the path or something, and then you're doing your thing. Put your guys wherever. But eventually, Cyron, you'll run into this cliff edge right here.
Well, I was trying to follow the path, so...
Yeah, the path does exactly what it does here. It runs right into this cliff edge.
Maybe I tried the other direction then, I guess, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
nobody has survival, right?
Nope.
I do.
Oh, she does. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think I do.
You
I
alright?
totally do. Yeah, I'm fine. I just, my bracelet slipped into the back of my jeans, and it was really cold, and I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, if you don't have
Don't
survival,
ask.
you can roll it untrained for this. I mean, you guys are just not used to the wilderness, so...
Yeah.
Oh, crap, that was the wrong button.
Yeah. I don't think any of you guys are
Good roll,
trained in
you.
it.
Where's my
16.
survival? There we go.
I'm still fairly good at it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Actually, yeah.
Siren just fucks.
I'm an urban person. I'm not one of these.
Okay, so Siren, you notice like what you think could be like an indention in the ground, maybe footprints. You can't really make out whether they're footprints or not, but there seems to be some like fresh rock on the ground at the base of this, almost as if like the rock was recently disturbed, going up this cliff right up here. Quasar, you notice that there are several broken tree branches in this area, and like, you know, when somebody goes through the brush in the woods, they kind of leave the leaves turned over, or, you know, whatever. You can kind of tell that they've went through. You kind of get that sense when you look in the direction that you heard this tree branch or this twig or whatever snap. You see that looks like somebody's went through the brush here. And then Tiwa, you oh wait, I take that back. I'm sorry. Everything I described to Cyron, Tiwa sees, and Cyron, you see nothing. I looked at the wrong survivals. I apologize. Cyron, your survival sucked. You see nothing.
So, staring at this, I kind of get a curious expression as I'm going to immediately roll over to here, and I'm going to climb up the face of the rocks using my natural climbing ability.
Okay. Cyron, you would see this. I'm going to go ahead and say, Queza, you do not, since you're currently investigating something that's happening in this direction. But Cyron, you would see him kind of just scale this cliffside.
Just like, yep.
Oh, he's-
you know.
Wait. Oh, so he's scaling the... and I'm kind of look at him, and I decide, man, I'm going to use my awesome feats of abilities of physical prowess to just skitter up the cliff face after him.
Both of you give me use the force.
Or what?
Opposed to somebody else who's using it.
I'm not nearly as good as he is. But hey, I matched him. That's gotta mean
I
something.
rolled
right?
another 4.
Okay.
Okay, what I do? What do I need to do?
This doesn't affect you.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
We'll get to you in a second. You both hear in your head, I would stay away from the dreadnought if I were you. Turn back. The disease is too powerful for even me to resist or prevent.
Oh, God.
This person's speaking common, but it's very broken common.
You know, that is something that I would totally
In
say
your
fuck
mind.
the shit I'm out at.
Yeah, it's in your mind that he's talking, FYI. Clearly a force user.
Or maybe so he's using telepathy to speak to us. Oh shit.
Quasar, give me a perception.
Okay.
Sorry, I know I'm making you guys roll a lot, but...
You want us all to roll perception?
No, just her.
Okay.
There you go. I didn't do very well.
Oh,
well.
man. Okay.
Am I out to get screwed in the butt?
Maybe. So what are you two doing
I'm
up
not
there?
ready, though.
Alright.
What are you two doing? After you hear this,
once-
you're gonna respond. You guys are free to respond. You guys are free to respond if you wish.
I'll respond. What do you speak of? I am Tiwan Tan. I'm a counselor.
I care not who you are. All I give you is a
shit, bitch.
warning. This place is cursed.
He's like, I don't give a fuck who you are and what your name is. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, sounds just like that.
Yes. I say, we are stranded. We must continue onward.
Go. There's like a legitimate pause, and he's like, "Go to the town to the
Damn.
west." And the only survivors I know of in this place reside there. They may be able to provide some help. But heed my warning: do not head north to the dreadnought.
Very well. Thank you.
So, which way is north?
Straight up.
Wait, we're heading. Yeah.
Yeah.
I look back and say we must head to the west.
Hold on. As you guys are doing that, Queza, this like panther-like creature just jumps out of the bush, "Row!" and attacks you. You did not see it coming.
No, Fluffy! No, Fluffy! But I want to love you, not hurt you, Fluffy. I want to keep you and stick you in a jar. Okay, maybe not in a jar, but I want to keep it. Look at it, it's pretty. Fuck. Maybe I can just, fuck. What can I do? Maybe I can use the Force and make it like me.
Or
Or I
friendship.
can persuade it. Yeah, I can be like, boosh.
I assume a
don't have
26
one.
and a 25 beat your reflex.
Yeah.
Let me go check my reflex.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
at most you're gonna have like a +9.
You take 22 points of damage. Give me a fortitude save.
Oh, son of a whore. Oh, God.
You could,
Okay.
you could roll
let's
life
look
sciences
for-
too if you wish.
22 isn't a lot, actually. That doesn't even break your starter hit points.
Row! You guys all hear a row!
Life sciences, there you go. I don't know how to
Okay,
do
you
a
have no
fortune
idea.
save.
You know absolutely nothing about. You think this looks like some sort of panther? Maybe it's a jaguar. Maybe it's a domestic house cat. You don't know. All right, yeah. Now for the fortitude.
I don't know how to roll my fortitude save.
Oh wait, no. I roll. See, this is the one thing different is I roll against your fortitude. I apologize.
Okay.
So I just need to know what your fortitude is.
10, I think. Yeah, that's what it says. It's 10. My fortitude sucks. Oh.
You take additional 8 of poison. From the spike.
That's nice.
Okay, you guys hear.
Nice.
I immediately start to roll.
Wow, Jolt. Just
Fluffy lemur people, let's roll out.
That's how I move, dude.
All right, roll
I know, I
initiatives.
remember that from the series. I love that shit so much.
That was the surprise round. Everybody roll initiatives.
Initiative.
28.
Fuck off, Jolt. You're in my territory now.
Yeah, I have initiative as a trained skill.
I'm no. Do you have the same initiative? No, you have a lower initiative than me. God damn it!
These are very dexterous animals.
It wants my sweet ass, and I keep saying no.
Yeah, you hear a meow. Want that sweet ass?
Get it.
It's a while since I've had me some Twi'lek. All right, Cyron and Quay. Okay, I can put your things in here. Let's see, we got 28.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I can do that. I just.
Fuck. Hold on.
I need your
don't know what the
initiative.
fuck.
Quiz.
Fuck, I don't know how to do this.
This is
Hold
some
on, I got this
high-ass
shit.
rolls.
It's a skill. Your initiative is in your skills.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to have your guy selected or anything like that. 20.09. All right.
Nice.
I don't know what happened to make it do that.
You can set it to a decimal point. I don't know why, but you're definitely going last. It's rare when a 20 makes you go last, but so it's gonna try and attack you again because it's
No! Leave my ass
Wait, you shouldn't
alone. I
fail
got
your
my
perception
sword.
rolls. This is what happens.
Shut up! Motherfucker, it's gonna kill me.
Okay, does this 18 beat your reflex?
Oh, God, probably. Yeah. Please don't hurt me.
Really?
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna curl up in a ball and be dead. It's over for me.
Oh, you gotta set your level there.
Oh, do I? Okay, there, yep, mm-hmm. I'm gonna die.
You done goofed.
By the way, out of curiosity, how far does one need to move? Actually, wait, I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say now. Is there a dash action in this game or no? I don't think so, right?
No, it's just
What
like
was that noise?
your actions are pretty much like 3-5's actions.
Oh god, it's been so long. Movement, regular action, swift action.
Yeah, you could you get a swift action, or you could do like 3 swift actions as a full turn. But you get an action, a standard action, a move action, and a swift action. Or you can do like 2 swift actions in place of a move action, or 2 move actions in place of an action. You know how that works.
So I can do 2 move actions.
Yes.
All right.
Man.
There you go. I think I got you fixed. Your reflex. What is your dex? Oh, your dex sucks. Wow, your dex sucks balls. Okay, so your reflex is 14. Yeah, you still fail. That's a terrible reflex. Which is okay. You're the charismatic character.
Okay, I thought I heard something and I literally scared the piss out of myself. What happened?
Okay, so you take. Well, let's see what the point. Because you're gonna give me a fortitude, or no, I roll against your fortitude.
It's gonna kill me.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
What's your hit points?
I don't even know. How?
You have 30 plus 3d10.
Plus 3d10s. I'm just gonna roll 3d10 real fast. 3, 5, 3, 10, there, yep. There.
So you have 21 more hit points plus your con modifier.
Her con's a 9, so she's not getting any bonus. She's not getting anything from
No.
her constitution.
I suck.
Well, at least you survived the hit.
Yeah.
So what's your total hit points? Because you take an additional 26.
How many did I lose last time?
I don't remember. 8 plus 14 plus 8.
Fuck!
That leaves me with -5 hit points.
Okay, so you fall.
I'm dead.
You're not dead. Wow. Yeah, we need to do some work on your character. This thing should not be bringing a Jedi down in 2 hits.
Jedi should have like a fuck ton of hit points.
Yeah. But I did. Your dex and your con suck. Yeah, you put a 9 in both. So, anyways, that's okay. So you guys hear a scream. Ah!
Oh, you know what? I never rolled. Wait, yes, I did. I'm being an idiot. I rolled terrible for my HP apparently. All right. So I see the hot Twilight chick is down, huh?
Yeah, the hotness is down.
Whoa! Hold on! Women down! Okay, so I decided to use one of my force abilities.
Okay.
And I use Surge.
What does
I
Surge
make
do for you?
I make myself go really, really fast. And it's a free action for me. Nice! So I increase my speed by 12 squares. So I just literally zoof over here in an instant.
He's like, that ass is down. No.
Okay.
Why
So,
can I imagine him picking her up and then like shaking her ass like, speak to me, are you okay?
did you use your points that you get for being 4th level? Did you assign your 2 points? I'm gonna say no and say that your Dex and Con are both 10 now. That's what you assign them to. Which will bring your hit points to
At least I'm not dead.
47 total.
At least I'm not dead.
Which actually means she has more hit points than me. I'm a counselor too, so.
At least I'm not dead.
Well, I did the average hit points for her. The average thingy majiggy.
Ah, that's why I rolled mine.
Yeah.
All right. So I just boom right over here.
Are you able to attack?
Okay.
Yeah, it was a free action to move like that.
Nice.
And
Okay, so you see this cat gnawing onto your good friend.
oh!
Okay, his
Okay.
reflex is 16.
I missed.
Well, we're gonna say since you went so fast, you surprised it, and you're using this flat-footed, which is a 10. So you get.
Oh, well, okay. So and even then I get another.
Yeah, he was
+2 for that.
focusing on eating Quaze's heart.
Oh,
so-
well then, that makes it even better. So I add on 12 points of damage to that for my sneak attack.
Okay. So what's the total damage?
So the 12.
12. Okay. All right. Let me open up my little hit point chart. Okay. T1 Tan.
I turn into a ball and I run all the way down to here.
That's all you can do, Jules.
Whee!
Yep, that's all I can do, but I move 16 squares total.
Nice.
My race is very good at running away.
Pussy.
I'm about to use the force, so don't even. But that's all I can do for now.
I'm about to use the force so hard on your ass.
Oh, gosh, you have no idea.
So I'm gonna have to wait till next turn before I can actually act.
All right, Quaza.
I think you need to make a death saving throw of some form.
Well, no, we figured out her hit points and she's not dying anymore, right?
Yay.
Right!
But I assume that it did go over your threshold. I don't know what it is. 17, probably. I don't know if anyone hit went over 17. Oh, yeah.
My threshold is 17 as well.
No, actually, so you're good. No thresholds, so... What do you want to do, Quaza?
I try and do the stabby shinkies with my lightsaber.
Okay, go for it. So you see her pull out her lightsaber. Yeah.
Even though I want to make friends with it, it's being a bitch, so
Yeah.
we're gonna bitch slap it in the face for it.
Okay, so roll your attack.
Okay. Poke? Poke?
Okay, poke check.
17.
You match its reflex. You hit it. Bzzz. You hit it with your lightsaber. Now I'm pissed. Butt stabs for all. Okay, you miss its butt, but you do nick it.
I missed its butt, but I do manage to do something else.
Okay. Now it's its turn. He sees this new threat, and he's like, meow! Jumps on you.
This is a persistent cat.
Meow, motherfucker, meow.
Not in the face!
Does the bite hit?
Who?
You.
14 to
Me?
reflex. Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Please.
you. Okay, does the 19 hit, the claws?
Nope.
Oh, yeah. The
20.
Okay. Alright, so this thing tries to attack you and completely misses. You're like dodging it like a pro.
I just going back and forth, just like, please.
That sounds more like a Jedi. Alright, Siron. Your turn?
Alright, so I just, so she's up and running, right?
Yeah, she's got a few gashes in her.
Then I roll over this thing towards its back, and I get the backstabbing bonus
Okay.
as I continue to slash the fuck out of it with and it is automatically flat-footed by my sneak attack. So, no, 12, man.
Okay. Its flat-footed is
Because I have 2 levels in Scoundrel.
11.
Alright.
So you beat it.
Boom, baby! And it takes 13 points of damage.
Did any of those attacks exceed 12 damage in one roll?
Yes.
I'm not looking at roll 20, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know that one hit alone did 13
So
points
he
of
goes
damage.
down on the condition track. His threshold is 12.
What condition is he in?
Just -1.
I say... Is it my turn?
Yeah. He's not looking so happy right now. He's got some lightsaber wounds going on there. Not used to fighting lightsabers.
I'm almost giving an annoyed look like, damn beast.
All right, T1 T1 Tan.
I don't care about the hall.
I just shake my head and say, we needn't harm such a beast. I can handle it. I say as I uncurl,
Let me handle it!
I extend my hand out and I use Force Stun. And I spend a force point to make him go down in 2 steps. I will now have to exceed his will defense on my use the force check.
Okay, and that will make him go down too?
Yeah, that'll make him go down
Okay.
automatically 2 on the condition tracker.
Let's see, what is his will? 12. You gotta beat 12. You do, so he goes down 2. So now he's at a negative 5.
Yeah, as I just shake my head and say, it's hardly worth fighting anymore. It's best not to kill it.
Yeah. He's like, Quasar.
I said T1 just basically used a force trick on him, which basically rendered him mostly useless, and then said, he's not worth killing.
Yeah, he's the equivalent of a whining puppy now. He's like down on his floor, going, like whining. Seems very weakened.
She kind of like whines and rubs at her wounds and kind of grumbles at, I got holes in me.
I nod and say, I can take care of you, don't worry.
And she kind of like jumps a bit and starts looking around for her jar. My bugs!
I'm gonna Yeah.
Did I crush my jar? Please tell me it didn't crush my jar.
No, your jar's good. There's 30 jars.
She hugs her jar.
My character nods his head to Siron, like, it's enough.
Thank you guys for helping me.
I kind of put a foot on this thing's like rump and like I can't believe you were getting your ass kicked by such a simple beast.
Yeah, we're gonna take you out of initiative. This thing's pretty much backing up away from you, like.
Right.
She kind of like frowns and lowers her head a bit, like I didn't see it coming. I'm sorry.
I kind of hiss at it a little bit, like.
It's gonna attempt to run away in fear.
Yeah. As I approach Quasar and say, come along. Let me have a look at your wounds.
Hold on real quick. Sorry, my wife's talking to me.
What?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But you're gonna take Tiger.
Well, I guess praise should go to me. After all, I was able to distract the beast from you.
I'll walk him. I'll get him from the room.
No, he hasn't been laying down right away. It's been acting crazy.
Well, I don't really know what you want me to do.
Just bring me back. Hang on with me.
Alright. Sorry, I'll be right back.
Alright. Well, we continue role-playing then while he's off doing whatever the fuck he's doing.
Yeah. As my character, after checking over the wounds, will disappear.
Speedy, come here.
Ice?
Ice?
You get Petey.
I said after my character tends to your wounds and has a look at you, he disappears.
What does he do? I can't hear.
He heals you basically using the force.
No, I don't use the force. I'm using extra like medicine. But I then, but after that, then I disappear.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Sorry, my puppy's acting up. Alright, Alright.
And so I kind of like just like give them a look like, well, I guess praise can go to me then for distracting the beast from killing you.
Okay, so this thing's gonna attempt to flee. If you guys want to take any more attacks on it, you can.
I'm good.
Otherwise, it's gonna run off into the woods.
She kind of puts her lightsaber away and crosses her arms at Siron and frowns. How about just a thank you?
I guess I'll accept that for now.
And yeah, I walk over. I'm gonna use treat injury on her.
Okay.
She looks over at T1 because Siren's being an ass and pulls up her jar like, look what I found.
They're very lovely. Don't forget to feed them this time, though.
Well, I guess I'll go. I guess I can go off and go find that Dark Force user or whoever that man is, and I'll put him in his place too. After all, I think I can handle it.
I look over. Siron, stay away from the north.
She kind of lowers her head, wondering if that's a dig at her, and kind of rubs an arm like, well,
Oh man, this quirk is just awesome because it totally plays how I play.
As I kind of sigh a bit before, after I treat her injuries, I nod my head and say, go to the west. That's where the settlement is. And after that, I'll disappear.
Why don't you guys go to the west and talk to the settlements? I'll go handle whoever this mysterious force is up in the north.
yes, and when you get your ass kicked, don't come crying to us.
Please, I'm Siron. I wouldn't be affected by a simple misunderstanding like that.
Does anybody have treat poison or not treat poison? Treat injury?
Yeah, Joel says.
I do.
Oh, you already rolled it 12. Okay, yeah, you find this weed. It's almost like a weed in the woods that will pretty much stabilize the poison. So
Also, unique trait of my people.
Mm-hmm.
I reduce whatever difficulty you would set for this by 5.
oh, okay, cool.
Really?
Yeah, so you're able to eliminate the poison in her system from the bites.
So,
The venom, I should say.
so Siron is Siron.
Siren's an ass fack.
I
And if you guys can guess the quirk, I'll try to ease up on it. But
He's got a serious god complex.
boom, baby.
Ass tit.
As by the way, after that, I tell Quasar to go to the west, and then I disappear,
Um,
Well,
and then I watch her from the shadows.
I go to the north.
why are you stalking me?
So you're splitting up the group.
Don't you
Don't
know?
you know, you never split the party.
I shake my head and I figure if Cyron's in real danger, he knows enough to get himself out of it. So he knows the direction we're all going. So I told him just head to the west. If he's not going to listen, he'll learn to listen on his own.
I'm heading north.
Okay. Who do you want me to take care of first?
Them. Take care of them first.
Okay.
Guess I'll head west then.
And I'm stalking through the woods out of sight, following her and watching her.
Of course, I'm going stealthily across the lands. I don't want to be noticed. So do you want me to roll a stealth check for that?
Nah, we'll just use your former stealth. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Well, the big thing is I basically get advantage with stealth. So
Probably gonna have to zoom out a little bit, Cyron, because you're on a map. You see this after traveling for a good mile. You're gonna see this huge ship,
holy
just like
shit.
embedded into the ground.
All right.
Yeah. Just to give you an idea, I have a little map here of ship sizes. Here. Just for fun. Let me give you an example. This is a Star Destroyer. Or no, this is your typical triangle-shaped vessel that you see that are like huge, and this is the size of the ship that you come across.
Nice. Well, take care of them first, and I'll do this afterwards.
Yeah. So just to give you, it's 200 or 800 meters long.
Holy fuck!
I'm feeling a raccoon infestation.
Yeah. Crap. What map did I have you guys on? I had you over here, right?
Something doesn't seem right.
As you guys go west, you begin to hear the sounds of commotion, as if like there are a lot of people talking.
Where am I at on this?
Oh, here, let me get your thing. What would you guys like to do?
I'm going to continue to basically stalk her from the shadows as we head west. As you say, we see a settlement.
Creepy ass motherfucker, dude.
I'm staying in the tree lines too, to stay out of sight.
I'm sorry, say that again. I apologize.
I say I'm going from tree line to tree line, basically stalking her from above as we're heading towards the west.
Okay.
She's just walking along, kind of rubbing at her arm, grumbling like, I could help myself, I just didn't see it coming. And she kind of holds up her jar and talks at them a bit, like, right?
And I suddenly hang down beside her by my tail, saying, I'm sure you definitely could have.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
The bugs are just like sucking on the glass, like trying to like little like suction cups on the glass with their mouths in the jar. As you're talking to them, and then he comes out and scares the shit out of you.
How did,
Are you okay?
How long have you been there?
I've been following you the whole way.
Why haven't you just come along with me?
He thinks about that.
Like, right by my side and not that.
He thinks for a moment. I'm not sure, actually.
Because you're a creepy ass motherfucker, Jolt.
Come on. The town should be up ahead, he says, jumping back into the tree, back into hiding again.
Why must you do this to my life?
What's everybody's wisdom?
What's everyone's wisdom?
Not everybody's, just you two, not.
Okay.
Not sirens.
What do you want to know about me in specific? Like my wisdom, my will defense.
Yeah.
All right. My will defense is 20.
Okay. And what about you?
Wait a minute.
that?
That's not right. Oh, I know that is right. Okay, never mind.
Actually, I got yours right here. 17 is yours. What is it? All right. Is it higher than 20?
Quizza?
What?
No, I know Quaze's. I just looked at your character sheet. Yours, you were saying
Mine is
that.
20.
Okay. Both of you guys get, as you're walking towards this village, you just get this instant image in your head of, hold on, sorry. Yeah, you get this instant image in your head of like these weird these people whose skin seems to be decaying off their faces, and they're reaching out from this like rocky place. It looks like the walls are made of stone, and it looks like there's some stairs leading into this room, but they've been broken so that they can't reach. So it's like they're in a pit, and the stairs going into this pit have crumbled. So they only have half of the stairs, so they can't get out of this pit. And it's almost like in the vision you're looking down at them from this broken staircase, and they're all screaming in agony as they stretch their arms up to reach for you. The skin stretches off of their muscle and bone, and they're like shouting in agony. And they say one word very loudly over and over again. They say, Jai Klai! Jai Kloi!
Hungry!
She just stops walking and stares at them like,
Tiwantan.
If you have galactic lore, you could roll it.
Yeah.
The
Quasar,
image
you
goes
have,
away and you're now back into the normal world.
yeah, I'm gonna just roll this real fast here. What the fuck are these things?
As my character's just holding his chest in shock.
Because I'm having all of the no feelings right now.
This is a normal, guys.
She rolled a 17.
Okay, you've heard this. This is a name, and you've heard it before.
Oh shit.
All you know about this name, though, is what you read in a book. The funny thing is that 90% of the entries on this planet that you've looked up in the data net have been from this name.
Ah, what a coincidence!
No. She just starts shaking her head like, I don't want to know.
What?
You
I
you
suddenly-
also know that he's a Syrian, Cerean.
He slowly hangs upside down beside her again and says, What is it? What do you know?
That this is a no and that we need to go. Now, yes, no.
Explain yourself. What's going on?
Because I cannot perfectly remember what Jared said perfectly. I'm just gonna,
Your character's smart.
she kinda
I
like-
can repeat it for you.
There you go, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Basically, where she's been getting all of her information, her galactic lores, are from the data net. And the person who has made all of the entries about this place, like where she's getting 90% of her information, was written by this person. This is a name that they are shouting. And he is a Solarian or Syrian or whatever, however you say that.
I see. He nods and says, We should continue heading west. We don't have many options, and it seems safer than heading north.
I don't want to mess with that. What if there's more of them that way?
If there are more of them, then I'll protect you.
She looks at him. She just takes a second to look very closely at him.
What is it?
I had to pick you up 5 minutes ago.
Do not underestimate the Force.
No, we're just underestimating you.
Real quick, jump to Dimian. As you approach the ship, you notice that there are stakes driven into the ground that basically are like small tree trunks that have been sharpened and shoved into the ground very very far as to hold humanoid figures on these posts. Each one of these people look very disfigured. They're again with the skin peeling off. A lot of it, various states of decay. Some look like they've been there for weeks. Well, you can roll me a treat injury to get a better idea of how long. But you can just tell by looking at them that some of the skin's fresher than the other. But anyways. Right in front of all of the majority of these stakes, and these are before you get to the dreadnought, there's a sign saying "Warning" or "You've been warned." The curse, the curse will befall upon you beyond this point. Blah 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 blah. All these different warnings upon that.
All right, so I approach the ship,
and it's written in different languages.
Damn it!
Okay. As soon as you get within about 50 yards of the ship, you feel nauseous. Give me what's your fortitude?
That's my worst, I think. 17.
Okay. You immediately start throwing up.
Take off my mask.
As you're throwing up, you notice there seem to be these small little parasitic things moving around in your vomit.
I vomited again!
Yeah.
Hooba
Splugen Blagen. Herman Durbin.
Okay, so now we're speaking Sims.
You start getting
Yeah,
flashes.
what that's did,
You start getting flashes of images in your head, but you can't make out what they are. They're just flashes of just random images. And next thing you know, you're on your knees and hands and knees, staring at your own throw up, and you feel very weak.
Kinky.
I just ice. No.
Totally like Dipper goes to Taco Bell.
God damn it!
This isn't your grandma's Star Wars, guys.
This isn't your grandma's Star Wars, god damn it.
Alright, so I kind of try to stand up. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm trying to think, when the fuck would I have gotten insects inside of me?
It's a good question. Roll treat injury.
They want your ass.
Shut up.
Or survival, whatever's better. Or whatever you have training in. Or life sciences, actually. That would work too.
This is sadly my best. I roll both just because. Just because I'm not trained in either or.
Okay. Well, based on your treat injury, you have no idea what's going on. Your survival, you know that this isn't good, obviously, and these do look like some sort of parasite. You don't know if you imagine it's probably a good thing that you threw them up, because now they're out of your system, but you do not know what kind of parasites they are. And but you would imagine, based on their size, that they've probably been in your system for at least probably a day.
How long have we been on this planet?
Well, based off of you've only been on this planet for a few minutes. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and say that you've been on this. Well, you've walked a mile, so you've probably been on this planet for about let's say 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours. Parasites this size. It takes days for parasites to get this size. So either there's some sort of abnormal parasites on this planet, or You've had this in you for a while, so you don't know because you don't have life sciences and you have no way of knowing.
Right. I'm just like, okay, I'm sick.
It is weird.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe something just happened. Maybe there is a curse here. And I use the Force to sense if there's something wrong here.
Yes, there is. You don't even need to roll.
Oh shit! Too late.
Yeah, sensing the force is actually a default thing, if I remember correctly.
No, well, I mean, but it's just. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say that because of the disturbance here, you don't need to roll.
All right, so I'm going to continue to try to move forward here.
Okay.
Slowly.
It's like trying to walk through. It's almost, you feel like you're like on the bottom of the ocean floor trying to walk on it. That's how hard it is to walk right now. It's just
What about
something
moving-
is pushing you back. Something is going on here.
So if I take a few steps back, is it easier that way?
Yes, it's actually, you move twice as fast going backwards, almost as if it's pushing you away.
Huh.
So I'll let you think about that for a little bit. Quasar and the other guy. I'm sorry. Tiwatan. You guys see that it looks like this city has been built inside of like some sort of a crater. And it's rather large, actually. I mean, you've been on desolate planets before that are forest worlds, and this is a rather large city based off of that circumstances. But you hear music and you hear a lot of commotion, as if this is like a bustling city or town or village or whatever you want to call it.
She
And,
kind of pauses a moment and gets a bit of an excited smile, like, well, maybe it won't be so bad.
So it's down in a crater. There's one building that is built up on this very large tree with it looks like a treehouse like kind of building shack, and the bridge goes from where you're standing to that shack. And you imagine, and then there's spiral stairs that go down that tree into the village. So you imagine you have to either go down the crater into the city or go across this bridge into this shack and go down the spiral stairs to the tree or to the city.
I'll suddenly leap down and creep up behind her before leaping up onto her shoulders out of nowhere. And I'll say...
Flail!
Roll
And
initiative.
then I'll just,
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah.
and then I'll just say, I wouldn't be too sure. The vision that we had.
Can you not do that? The whole jumping on me or appearing out of nowhere thing, it's really creepy.
I don't follow. He says confusedly.
What you just did! Landing on me!
Oh my god, he has no idea.
Ignoring me!
He has no idea about like social graces and shit. He's totally ignorant of people's personal space or something.
No, that's not it.
Oh, this
It's
is
He's
just
being a creepy ass
Close.
motherfucker. I need to let my dogs in. Hold on a sec. I'm
You
sorry.
want me to just go ahead and tell you since it's kind of blatant?
yeah.
My quirk is I stalk people for no real reason.
Ha! Okay.
So yeah, I basically just jump around stalking everyone and I don't even know I'm doing it.
Oh, my cat is annoying the shit out of me.
Do we want to take a quick break while we're waiting for ice to get back?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I need to refill my pop anyways, so.
I need to warm up pizza.
There you go. All right, yeah, quick 5-minute break. Is that you, Dimian?
Yeah, I'm here.
We're taking a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, everybody's inside. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
No, he's good. We're not taking a break anyway, so.
Oh, okay. I'm getting tired. I don't know why. My
Ha!
brain is just having a hard time focusing.
Are you sure you're getting tired for no reason, huh?
Yeah?
Okay,
Why?
fine. Oh, nothing. Thank you sent me earlier.
Well, I haven't fucked around with that yet.
Mm.
Even though I really want to.
Don't do it. Yet. I need to see the new Star Wars movie so bad.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Welcome back, fuckface.
By the way, when I was walking by the TV in the other room, I heard a really funny comeback. Guy's like, "What are you reading my mind?" The other guy's like, "No, I don't bother with trash novels."
Ha!
Is Dice back?
Yeah, she's back. I still love the fact that my character. I still love the fact that my character is has the god complex, basically.
How did he word it exactly anyway?
It's something like worships himself in an attempt to give himself divine rating.
Oh. Yeah, by the way, Ice, my character's quirk is he stalks people for no real reason.
You're gonna see something you don't want to see eventually here, dude.
Ice, what do you mean? Ice?
Hmm?
I said, what do you mean?
What if he winds up stalking her ass and she has to get undressed for some reason?
Hello, I entered in an appropriate.
Just like stairs.
Wow.
You gain 1d6 dark side points.
Yeah.
So
Just
you know what I'm going to do as I kind of walk away from, kind of sit here and ponder what to do. I use force telepathy to try to convey the message to T-10. I found the dreadnought.
Can you do that, actually?
You can.
I thought that it has to be secret.
Yeah, give me a use of force.
Yeah. So I guess the best I can do is found it.
Yeah, like you can communicate telepathically, like one word things without using. But if you want to actually say a sentence, it's an actual force power.
All right, so there you go. I just said found it, kind of like through telepathy, or just like here where I'm at.
I take kind of a deep sigh at that. Like, that's probably the last thing he should have ran into. But so he leaves another message in return. Leave.
No.
I let out a deep sigh.
What is it?
It would seem that our companion had found the dreadnought.
Why are you licking my knee?
Because it
boy.
tastes good.
Sorry. Sorry, my puppy is just licking at my knee for absolutely no reason, and I keep staring at her, and she just stopped, kept her tongue on me, and looked at me like, stop.
New quirk. You like to.
But anyway, so she kind of looks at him and shrugs, like, well, at least he didn't wind up dying, or something. Right?
He nods his head. Yes, at the least he is alive.
For now.
Okay, so some other things you see at the bottom of the crater. There seems to be some liquid. It doesn't quite look like water. It's very viscous. Almost like it almost looks kind of like a mixture of mercury and lava. Kind of. It's just very slow moving. Well, mercury moves fast, but it clumps together. So, but it moves slow, kind of like a lava magma kind of. So. This seems to be, and it's like a bluish in color, at the bottom of this crater. And all of these buildings are built up off of it, just kind of like you see here on the map. But the city is actually, the village is actually a lot bigger than this. It's just, this is just kind of a reference as to the primitive nature of the village, of what it looks like. Like it's built out of like wood and sticks and straw and whatnot. All right, so who do we start with? Demian or the other guys?
How's it, guys?
Why don't we just go with Demi? Because I want to see what the frick happens with this.
I think
damn
the
it.
reason he's switching over to us is because he's trying to prolong his own death.
No, I'm not. I totally am.
Let's see what he does.
Okay.
How bad?
I'm willing to do things.
You're willing to what?
I'm willing to do things.
All right, so you're looking down into this crater.
I look for
There's a single like a bridge. It looks like kind of like a wood makeshift a swinging bridge, rope bridge, going to this shack-like house, and then that is connected to this one big tree that seems to be in the center of this village, and then wooden spiral stairs go down it. So you can either go across this bridge through the shack and down the stairs, or you can just go right down the edge of the crater. But most likely you'll end up in some of this goo, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna cross the road. I mean, cross the bridge.
What is the appropriate roll?
Acrobatics?
No, the knowledge. galactic lore. You could roll to see what's going on here.
Should I roll untrained or not?
If you don't have it trained, I'm going to go ahead and say that you probably don't know what it is.
All right. So it's up to you, Quasar.
Quasar?
What I do?
You need to roll galactic lore for us.
If you have it trained,
Oh.
you can roll it. Otherwise, you can't.
My apologies. I was watching my puppy keep doing what she's doing.
How dare you? That's why my puppy's not in the room, because he's a huge distraction.
I know, but I cannot leave her in a place by herself because she does shit.
Like,
No, I know exactly how you feel. That's. I mean,
So there you go. I got a 27.
it's locked up.
Take that and stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
There are puppies everywhere. I mean, crap. No. All right. So, what you know what this liquid is? It's a very rare. It's almost basically, how do I put this? It's kind of like an oil-like substance, but it's like it's not oil. It's more. It's more efficient than oil. And it's only found in certain planets. It's actually extremely rare and extremely valuable. But since you rolled so well, you know that certain synthetics or droids use this. They actually they use this to live. And you know, since you rolled so well, you also know that usually when you find this much in a single source, that this is a synth location. Now, synths are very rare and very unknown throughout the galaxy. In fact, there's no planet to pinpoint where they originated from or who created them. It's shrouded in mystery. And essentially, synths
Says that
are.
out loud.
If anybody's played Fallout 4, you know what I'm talking about. The synths, and
God damn
is
it.
exactly kind of what I'm talking about. They're exactly like that.
So they're exactly like humans, only they're robotics.
Yeah, they're like more cyborg than human,
Yeah.
or more droid than human, I should say.
All right.
She's just saying this to her, more to herself than anybody else, kind of just pondering it a bit, like, that might be what's in this village.
You know what this stuff is?
Yes.
What is it?
Can't remember the name.
I never really came up with a name for it. Just call it
Synth
WD-40.
WD-40. I think they call it WD-40.
You mean like how you lubricate a wrench? No.
And other things.
Oh my. I think we take it wrong. But I'm on point saying, we should cross the bridge. It's better we don't come in contact with the stuff.
Probably.
It can be quite slippery.
Yeah, you don't know what prolonged exposure to it really does. Nobody does, because it's so rare.
Yeah, so it's best for us to avoid it and just cross the bridge then.
So you guys cross the bridge into this little shack, and sure enough, in two makeshift wooden like benches, you see two of these. They look like humanoid creatures, but you can see like little rips in their flesh and exposing the metal skeleton. Think Terminator if you don't have a better example like Fallout 4. And they immediately look at you, and you like one of their eyes. One looks like a normal human in the face, like two normal eyeballs, but one has a normal eyeball and then like a red eye, like the eyeball's been removed, and you see the robotic eye. And they both look at you, and they stand up and they say, "What is your reason for visiting?" They seem caught off guard.
I say, we have come in with a crash landing. Our vehicle is in horrible condition. We are looking for civilization in order to help repair our vehicle.
The one with the red eye looks at the other one and he's like, "See, I told you I detected new life forms in the distance." And he's like, "Shut up! Now's not the time." And they're kind of arguing a little bit. They seem kind of not as intelligent as you would think they would be.
She kind of slides up a bit and says, "Are they both male?"
Yes,
or at
they
least
both appear to be male.
She kind of slides up and says, "Gentlemen, please.
I'm.
Do you think
Says,
we could
we did
stay
not
here
see you
until our
there."
vehicle is
He's
safe?"
like, "My eye has never seen such beauty," says the red eye one.
I walk up holding my cane and I say, "I am T1 Tom. This is my companion Quasar."
Hello.
A pleasure. They're like, "What brings you to our desolate land?"
Our ship crash landed.
This is most unfortunate. They seem to be talking to you, Quasar, and kind of ignoring T1 Tan. They acknowledge that you're there. They're talking to Quasar.
Oh, I could make him listen if I really wanted
Oh
to.
yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you're good, Grandpa Kid.
I could
You know that ass is nice, but listen to me.
I could use the deaf negotiator. Don't make to do it.
Yeah. Well, the one like actually takes your hand and gives you like the little princess kiss and kisses you on your forehand, and he says, "Allow me to help you in any way that I can." They seem almost human. It's very strange.
Do you think we could potentially stay here until our vessel is fixed again?
Oh well, I'm sure the Elder Sync will be more than happy to oblige your request. Please, down the stairs. He's the big building to the right once you leave the stairs, and they kind of move out of your way and like lift this hatch so that you could go down this spiral staircase that goes around the outer trunk of the tree.
Thank you. There's one more with us. I don't exactly know where he is, but he might head this way. He's harmless, annoying but harmless.
We'll keep an eye out.
Foolish is more like it.
Mm-hmm.
And you see like this like mechanical smile come upon the red-eyed one's face. It's clearly doesn't look normal.
She kind of gets a bit distracted for a second at the eye and kind of hops up and kind of gets up on her tippy toes because she's relatively short and goes, "Oh, your eye is really cool."
Roll me a treat injury if you have it. Do you have it trained? Does anybody have treat injury trained?
I do not have it trained, but I'm racially adept at it.
Okay, well, roll it at a disadvantage then. And while you guys are making
I'm just gonna roll it at a disadvantage because fuck it.
Okay, well, while you guys are making this roll, and jump back to Demian real quick. Demian, so you know going forward is hard, going back is easy as if it's pushing you away. What are you doing? You got plenty of time to figure out what you want to do.
I have. I'm going to see if I can't reach out for some. What the fuck?
Reach out for some what the fuck?
No, all of a sudden, all I heard is bleh, and I'm just like, huh?
I'm just a retard. I'm sorry. I'm gonna mute myself, okay?
You're fine.
I'm going. I go to see if I can't reach out to anyone inside of the ship. Maybe using the force to sense if someone's in there.
Okay, use the force at disadvantage for this.
Not a bad roll, no matter what.
You feel like the force is hard to use in this area. It's almost like when you're trying to find a radio station and you kind of get it and it's like staticky, but you can't get the right channel to get a clear signal. It's kind of like that. You definitely hear and feel the presence of the force, but it's very.
I try to go around to what looks like the front of the ship.
Yeah, if you're going to the closer you move to this thing, the harder it is to move physically.
Well, there's no room on the map, so I'm not going further out. So I try to go to the front
Yeah.
of this thing, but keep
Yeah,
the
it's
distance.
hard on that map because it's. So, I mean, with something that scale, it's hard to do it on map. I mean, you're not actually that close to it. I just put your token somewhere on the map as to show you where you are in proximity to where it is, as far as like you're near the front of it.
All right, so I try to just like go to the front and like wave at like if there's a cockpit, like
Okay. As you're moving more and more closer, it's almost like now your vision's starting to get blurry and hazy. And it's like imagine being in like a severe like hurricane type weather. Now it's not very windy, but as far as visual, you can't really see that far in front of you, and which is weird because like just 20 feet back there you saw perfectly clear. Now all of a sudden your eyesight's becoming fuzzy. And you could tell this is all force related stuff happening to you. None of it is. It's all mental.
Can I try using the force to like remove the effect or like block it out? Maybe.
That was the use the force at disadvantage that I made you roll.
Well, yeah, but see if I can't like maybe block out it or use my like will to block it out, whatever this is. And just like sit here, maybe meditate for a moment.
Sure, you can't. You could also use force points. You have those too. Destiny points if
Oh,
you
yeah.
really want to use them.
Fuck yeah, I'll use the force point.
Okay, roll use the force. Add a d6, or unless you have the feat that gives you d8. All right.
Oh shit!
25. Okay, yeah, you you're like focus on your training, and like this, like it's almost like Moses parting the Red Sea. It just parts through all of this haze, and the haze is on either side of you, and you see a clear path in front of you to the ship, and nothing seems to be inhibiting you to go into it. However, you see a lot of this goo that I described to the other group. If I don't know if you were listening, that goo.
I was listening.
Like
WD-40.
puddling around where all that green is, like in between the ship and the green, that little white gap there is just full of this ooze. And you see like all of these synths. You don't know what they are, but you just see what all of these, like, I guess people. They look like people or humans to you, working on this ship. They're like just scattered all throughout. One of them's welding or whatever. You see sparks flying, but they're all just working on the ship. And there's probably about
on the outside or inside?
Well, you don't see on the inside yet. This is all on the outside. You see, probably there's got to be at least 50 of these guys on the outside working on.
And I just didn't see them till I did that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the?
And
who are you?
As soon as you make that clearing, they all notice that you did that. It's almost like as soon as you made this parting, they all kind of look at you and stare at you for a bit and then go back to doing what they're doing. As if they noticed that you did something.
Alright, so I approach the ship all of a sudden.
You'll see this big burly looking guy. His skin's falling off, and you'll see the exposed metal skeleton. And he's like, wait, halt. Who goes there? It's like, flesh abiders should not be close to the ship. Not very healthy.
What's this taint I sense around the ship?
What? Say that again?
Corruption.
What is this? What?
What is this corruption that's around the ship?
It says, you must be force strong. He says, this is a blockade to prevent the bugs from the ground. They scatter. It's like talking to a Navajo Indian. It's kind of like broken English or broken common or basic, whatever they call it.
Yeah. So I asked, like, is there someone living in the ship I can talk to?
It says, all inhabitants of ship have ceased or deceased. Give us coverings, and he points to himself in like coverings as if like he's pointing to the skin around him.
I take an immediate step back. So why is this place considered bad?
Cursed ruins. Cursed this place.
And like, what curse?
He's like the curse that plagues all living beings, except for us. He continues. He says, "Curse that we believe created us," which makes no sense
confused.
to you. How would a curse create anything?
Like, where's the
It's
origin
very
of this
confusing.
curse? Where's
He
the
says-
origin of this
He
curse?
says the ruins, of course.
Where's the ruins?
He points to the southwest.
How far?
Many mile.
I nod my head. Thank you. You don't mean any harm, I assume, right?
He says, "Do not. This ship was carrying some very deadly bacteria. You should not expose yourself too long."
Alright, so I kind of readjust my mask to make sure. Okay, cool. So now I know where the ruins are. I'm like, I thank them for their time, despite how creepy they are.
Yes,
And
this
I'm
is
gonna
very
start
very
backing-
strange. Yeah.
I'm going to start backing away and leaving. And actually, you know what? They're right. That's why my body exploded. I say, wait a minute. Where do these bugs come from?
Are you like?
As soon as I go to walk away, I stop and I think about it. Like, where do these bugs come from?
What bug? He says.
And I'm like, the bugs that scatter away from this place.
Oh, those bug. He says, those bug. Those bug are part of reason why we keep up this shield. They know they don't like it. I know I sound like some kind of foreigner.
No. It works.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
He's like, yes, they plague this land as well. He's like, this planet is full of many harmful substance to
How you get-
fleshoids because of he seems to be blaming everything on this curse.
I ask him, how do you get rid of it?
He
If you happen
shrugs.
to...
He says, I do not. You might want to speak to Elder Synth about that.
I
It is
want
not
to
within
speak to
my programming.
I want to speak to you, Elder Sith. Or Synth.
He says, then you want the village, and then he points you to the southwest as well.
Village?
Yes, it's more westerly than south.
Alright,
You
so
know,
I'm
the
like,
village
Motherfucker
that,
should have come with us in the first place.
Yeah.
Told you about.
well, hey, you know what? What's the chances you guys would have learned about this? So I kind of like, thank you, and I'm going to start running.
You don't have life sciences, do you? Or
Well, I
galactic? Do you
do
have
not.
any of the knowledges?
I do not. I'm more
Okay.
of a, I'm just physically awesome type
This-
person.
Okay.
So I just start running back towards the way he told me where the Elder Synth, like, holy shit, and even, like, occasionally using just my Force Surge ability, which if I recall, recharges outside of combat, right?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you're getting there as fast as you possibly can.
I actually read it up. Apparently, you can you regain your force abilities 1 minute after as long as you go 1 minute without combat.
Yeah, so basically after a rest is what I said after a rest, but yeah, a minute.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to start using my ability to run really fast. So just start running really fucking fast,
Yeah.
like
I
pushing my body.
look at it as like you have to like kind of like focus on the force to regain your focus on it. So like I think of it as like a small meditation, if you will. So
So I'm basically, can I just focus onto the force and just keep myself running for a while, sustain it? I'm not doing anything else but running at this point.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say you're gonna get there. I mean, maybe 2-3 times faster than you normally would if you were running.
All right.
But they're still like gonna But we'll get to you when you get there. You guys go down the stairs and into the village, and you see all of these like Synths, anywhere between full skin covering all of their shell to like some of them barely having any skin on them, and all of their metal droid skeleton exposed. Just walking around normally and not really paying you too much attention, but from every single one of them, and this is kind of the weird thing, you get like a sense of the Force, which is all of you know this. Droids cannot use the Force. Obviously, you have to be a humanoid being to use the Force. So this is odd that they are radiating the Force.
Yeah, Theo Anton looks very confused by this. He puts a
Incredible.
he hops up, putting a foot on your side and a hand not on your side, but like on your waist, and a hand on your shoulder, holding on as he looks at you.
He's leaning off of you.
Yeah, he's kind of getting up to your levels. He kind of whispers over, "We should continue onward to see this elder synth. It doesn't feel exactly. Something feels a bit off, and I would like to ask him a couple questions."
Try not to be offensive.
You do not have to worry about that. I am the negotiable one, after all.
So you guys take your right. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Oh, she just says, I suppose, and continues forward.
Okay, so you
Well,
guys.
that's what the fuck you think you're doing. Sorry.
You guys take your right turn off the stairs, and you see this clearly better built wood building that seems bigger than all of the rest. It clearly looks like this would be the elder's house. And you actually see a man fully fleshed. He looks actually more human than any of the other ones of them. Looks perfectly human, standing outside, and he seems to be pointing off into the distance as if giving commands. And he notices you guys as you're approaching, and he like whispers to one of them, and they run off, and then he approaches you guys and kind of meets you halfway. And he says, "Oh, what brings you fleshoids to my humble village?" He seems very mechanical in his gestures.
Our ship has had a malfunction, and we were forced to commence a crash landing here. Unfortunately, some parts of our ship were severely damaged, and we seem to be stranded. We were pointed here.
Luck does not seem to be on your side. This is the most unfortunate place for fleshoids to land, given the curse.
I've heard only a little bit of it.
Well, with your galactic lore that you rolled before, Queza, you knew that every single time that anybody speaks of this place, at some point they mention these ruins. And he immediately says, "Oh, well, the curse that emits from the ruins, of course." And you immediately are like, "Okay, well, this is what everybody talks about." That reports.
So this is what I've heard of so far. I've heard about this curse.
And he's like, "Yes, not much is known. It does not seem to affect us or some of the native animals, but apparently those foreign to this planet seem to be affected most by it. And it affects them in different ways. Those who are force sensitive, as you call it, seem to be more inhibited by it than others."
She gives T a bit of a worried look.
He gives the same kind of concerned look before looking back. This curse, it originates from this juggernaut, correct?
Oh, you mean the dreadnought?
Dreadnought, yeah.
No, it does not. The dreadnought crash landed here months ago, and somehow emits some sort of a force. We've also created our own force blockage, if you will, around it. But there is a mystery surrounding that we are still in the process of figuring out. But we believe the curse emits from the ruins. How How it has spread to the dreadnought is beyond us, if that is indeed what has happened. He seems obviously confused as to why it would be there.
He nods his head and says, "That actually reminds me. I've noticed a feeling. Your people are strong in the Force."
Yes, apparently that is a trait that we gain from the fluid that we have. The fluid source that we gain from this planet. And he points down to the huge pool of this liquid that I described before.
Interesting.
It is very interesting, actually.
It's definitely done you well, and the Force favors you well, so it seems very nice.
I don't. You call it the Force. We do not. I don't think that we understand it like you do. But yes, we do have a connection with the mysterious mini-calorians. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to call it that. No, with the mysterious world surrounding us. For sure, kind of. He doesn't. Just to make it simple, he doesn't understand what the Force is, but he's describing exactly what the Force is.
Yeah.
When he
So-
doesn't know that it's the Force.
So I nod my head and I say, "How rude. I will introduce myself. I am T1 Tan, and this is my partner, Quasar.
She kind of bows her head a tad.
I am a Jedi Padawan, training to become a counselor."
Yeah, he gives you this long. He's like, I am Tiwo Gagino Effendo, or in the common tongue, Elder Sync or Synth, or in the basic tongue. At this point, Siren, you're kind of running across the bridge, and you guys hear the ruckus he's creating.
I kind of glance back.
And she kind of like frowns a bit, like, I bet you I know who it is already.
It would seem our friend has arrived.
It
And
almost.
she turns back a moment. Oh, we won't be long here. Just until our ship is repaired. Do you think we can stay here in your humble village until we're able to leave?
Why, certainly. And we have scavenged some parts from the dreadnought. Perhaps maybe we have the parts you need.
Wonderful.
I would not. I would heed on the side of caution of you guys staying here any longer than you have to.
Of course.
Do you, out of curiosity, do you have anyone who's adept with starship repair?
Well, we all have a little bit of knowledge in this, thanks to the crashed ships that appear every now and then.
It would seem we might need some assistance. Our ship is stuck into the mud, sunken in the swamp, and I do not have the strength nor the know-how to repair the ship. Neither do I think my companions either.
He kind of like you see his eyes glow a little bit, and he says, "I will send out my what do you call it? My best mechanic."
I would be very grateful for this. Thank you.
So, just to speed things up, you guys are all now together.
I kind of like,
Siron, there you go.
like, I need to speak to the Elder Synth.
He's like
Somebody learned
speaking.
a lesson.
Like, I found the dreadnought.
He says, "You do not look well."
I was talking to your people who were working on that dreadnought, and they told me about, and I think about it, they told me about the bugs that inhabit this planet, and I was wondering if you knew of a way to remove them.
You have approached the dreadnought, and you are still living. Quite a feat
I nod
for
my-
the fleshnoids that have the previous fleshnoids that have reached this planet.
I nod my head a little bit, like, is there a way?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
A way to remove the whatever these insects are from someone.
Yes, we can remove them. It's quite painful, though.
What is it, I ask?
Well, we must extract them one by one.
Ooh, well,
Where insects? What are you talking about?
I think this planet has a parasite on it that likes to inhabit human bodies. When I approached the dreadnoughts, there's some form of force protective field around it that kept that forced parasite out of my body initially.
Have any of you treaded through the swamps?
Yes,
That's
that's
where
where
our
our ship landed.
Ship landed.
Well, then you all could be infected.
I say, good. That's why I came running here. I thought I'd have to tell everyone that. Guess what I found?
He says, well, fear not.
What should we do?
A simple, painful procedure will get rid of them.
Will we be able to move and live? Will we be able to move properly, or will we be permanently injured?
Your fleshnoid bodies will heal in time, of course. As
How
they
long
do.
will it take? Well, for
Days.
now we need. Right. For now, we need to get our ship up and running. I assume.
Wait, I
you
just realized something.
took care of that. What?
I never touched the swamp floor.
Fuck
Huh?
you!
Fuck!
I hate you. You're an asshole. I hate you so much right now.
I shouldn't have said it. Everyone's pissed off at me now, Jared.
Fuck you.
I don't know what to tell you.
Fuck you so good in your ass.
The man does not understand the references in which you guys are giving to each other. He's like, what is this fuck up the ass, and how does one attain such measures?
No.
At this point, one of the other synths will come, and this synth seems to be covered, like his hands seem to be, his fingers and hands and everything seem to be very, they look like human fingers but metal. Essentially, they look like Luke Skywalker's one hand. And you can tell that they're covered in like grease and all sorts of different fluids as he approaches, and he says, you have summoned me, Elder. How may I assist? And he explains to him that you guys need his assistance, and he says, what were the parts you were missing? You don't have to repeat them. You'll tell him what you're missing, and he will say that he does have those parts. And to speed things along, he will go back and get them, and he will say, lead the way. Well, actually, I'm sorry. So at this point, it's actually like dark. You can see the stars in the skies, and you guys are kind of getting tired.
I'm gonna
I
say.
want to explore this place. The people seem so friendly.
Yes, there's plenty of places you can go and visit. That seems to be a bustling place. There actually seems to be music coming from one of the bigger huts.
So I'm gonna say we need to rest for now, and if you have any kind of medicine, perhaps to help cure with these bugs, we could really use that. I could use that.
It says there is the procedure. We have performed it on at least 3 other fleshnoids.
Where are they?
He kind of gives you this blank stare and says, they are no longer living.
Why are they no longer living?
They did not survive the procedure.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I
just that's my immediate thought. Okay, that's what I figured.
But they were nowhere near as strong as you guys seem to be. You could tell, there's some sort of hesitation in his voice. He doesn't seem to be, lying to you. He just seems to be very confident in your guys' ability for some reason.
I kind of look like we're not doing that.
he looks around first saying, am I infected?
You'll need to be scanned.
Oh, do you have a scan then?
Yes.
At the very least? Cool.
I nod my head and say, "Very well."
So he'll show you to the hut where the person resides that would do the procedure. He'll be the one who scans you if you want to be scanned.
Yeah, I'll be.
Yeah, we want to be scanned.
There's this like anybody trained in mechanics?
No.
Okay, does anybody have any useful skills at all that they are trained in?
I'm really good at sneaking.
I have
and-
perception. We all know how
Okay.
handy perception is.
Right. Well, I mean, I got like initiative. I'm really good at gathering information and acrobatics and all that good shit. I'm good at anything but knowledge. I'm not good at.
Okay.
I am incredibly good at using the Force.
Okay, well, you guys perceptify that the parts built, that any mechanical part used to build any machine besides them seems to be from a ship of some sort. This thing that's about to scan you seems to be built from all sorts of different ship parts. I'll give you guys that one as a freebie.
Oh fuck! Okay.
But this thing will proceed to scan you guys. Anybody who has been exposed to the swamp has potential to be contagious or to contain this. If you have not touched the swamp, you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah,
Well, let us get double checked just on the off chance.
because when we were in the swamp, I was riding on Quaza's shoulders.
Like and I'll say like from what I've seen, they grow twice as fast as any parasite I've ever seen.
Okay. What's your name? Cyron, you seem to like only have a couple of them in you. Tiwan Tan, you have 0. In Queza, you seem to have at least a dozen of these things crawling within your system of various sizes.
How do you think I feel when I threw them all up?
At least you got rid of them.
He still has a few though. They'll reproduce.
You see this
they're
other
close.
machine with various needles and saws and stuff, and he's like, please have a seat and I will extract these. As he's like pointing to the operating table, if you will.
I'm gonna say no.
How do we get rid of them, though?
There's a procedure to do it. That's what all the saw blades and needles are for.
I don't want to die.
I'm like, I got an idea. Let us rest for the night, and why don't we go check out those ruins tomorrow?
It may be. He kind of takes a deep sigh and says, "Considering the condition that we're all in, it might be most fortunate to go there and try to deal with the parasites directly."
Right. Perhaps we can find a cure there, or something.
In the meantime, I'm going to use a treat injury, and I'm going to attempt to, at the very least, see if I can stunt the parasite's growth.
Do you have treat injury trained?
I do not have it trained.
Jolt.
Then roll it at disadvantage for this particular treat injury.
But whatever the check is, I reduce the difficulty by 5.
Okay, that's fine, but you're still rolling at disadvantage. You can reduce each one by 5.
All right.
Okay, you seem to think that if you use a scanner and it kind of does detect where they are, you could probably manually cut them out with a syringe.
I nod and say, "Hang on."
Probably
I
not the job for someone who's not a doctor, though.
Yeah.
Man, I knew it. I knew I should have remade Dr. Barchok.
I wanted to take tree injury, but Jedi can't do that.
They can if you pick the right background.
Yeah, pick for the background, yeah.
Exile didn't have it though.
Okay.
But so yeah, you guys will you'll be pointed to a place where you can rest. And it's actually kind of a pretty packed place. Almost the pretty much the equivalent of a tavern in D&D. This is pretty much where everybody just goes to just socialize, and you see tons of these synths just sitting around tables, drinking this liquid that you see puddled at the bottom of this crater. They seem to be drinking it. Some of them are just like rubbing it on their like metal parts. They're using it in all sorts of fashions. But they seem to be obsessed with this liquid, whatever it is. Everybody just seems to be obsessed with it. And as you walk in, you get everybody turns their head at you, and it goes quiet, and then they go back to doing what they're doing kind of thing. Like in any Star Wars, when the main characters walk into a cantina, like everybody just stops and then goes back to doing whatever they were doing.
Yeah. As he kind of...
Although one of them, particularly one of the synths, does not seem to stop looking at you, Queza.
Oh,
She eventually takes note of this, looks over, and kind of waves a bit.
He, mechanically smiles.
Like, all I can imagine is a Terminator smile.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
he takes a... He looks around curiously before staring at her like, really?
Yeah.
What?
He looks over, of course, just sighing and shaking his head like, it is nothing.
I'm sorry.
It's not you. It's them.
What about them? They seem really nice to me.
Have you noticed how they're giving you a lot of attention but ignoring me?
And I just walk by, it's the boobs, and go and sit down and get a drink.
He sighs and nods. In crude terms, yes, it is the boobs.
What about my chest? Am I doing something wrong?
I just said you're not doing anything wrong, he says, looking over. What I'm saying is that they obviously have an attraction towards you.
So I sit down next to the nearest synth, like, how do you guys even find anyone attractive? You have no dick. No, I'm just joking.
I don't know if that would go over very well.
Nope.
Do you ask somebody that, or?
No, I'm being smart ass.
All right, just make sure.
So I do look at the one who keeps. I do look at the one who keeps looking over at Queza though, like.
He's like in the distant corner of the room, and he's like leaning his chair back on just the two legs, against the wall, and his back's up against the wall, and his feet are like dangling in the air, and he's just like looking at, and he's like he's fiddling with something in his mouth, like maybe it looks like a toothpick or something, or you don't know what it is. Something's in his mouth and his hands on
Probably
it.
some kind of like wire.
Yeah.
She kind of walks over to the bar and kind of looks around at the different people like, this is so interesting.
Agreed.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of people with the skin hanging off of them. It's not a sight you're used to.
I kind of look around and say, I wonder if they have edible food for us.
Yeah, me too.
So,
think about it. I'm hungry.
when you go up to the bar, quote unquote bar, the synth that's kind of running this place walks up to you guys and slides you all a drink of this ooze and says, "I'm sorry, this is all we have to offer for you fleshtoids."
What is it?
It's the same ooze that everybody else is drinking.
Is it the same stuff from the swamp?
Yes.
No, it's no.
It's all the same ooze. Oh no! It's not the swamp water, like not from the swamp. It's the stuff that fills this crater. The viscous ooze that fills this crater. Yeah.
All right, so we're just like.
I look at him and say, "Is it safe for us?"
he's like, as far as I know, I'm no doctor.
I take a deep sigh and nod as I
I'm
say,
gonna try
Nice.
life science.
you're gonna try some?
Life sciences.
Life science.
I just
You have no idea.
I politely decline.
He's like,
She does
suit yourself.
evidently as well.
I kind of sigh a bit and say, perhaps we should. I look over and say, that my companion say, perhaps we should rest for the night, and then come morning we could look into this ruin.
You guys can go ahead and find somewhere to rest.
I kind of want to explore some more. This little place is so cool.
Very well. If you.
As you guys are talking, like, you're interrupted by this burly-looking synth who kind of, like, you guys are all sitting next to each other, and he kind of pushes. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it's Cyron on the left, T1 10 in the middle, and then Queza on the right. If that's all right with you guys, he kind of pushes T1 10 and Queza aside. Well, T1 10 aside. Like off of your, it's kind of like a long bench. He just kind of pushes you down a little bit and sits right where you are, in between you and Queza. And he says, and he orders a drink. And he look the whole time he's looking at you, Queza, and he's like, you're a fine looking fleshtoid.
I
will be the one to interrupt.
Yeah,
because
so rude and weird and.
Wait. Being the one knowing that he's probably a counselor and he has, feelings and doesn't use dark, I just stand up like, hey, Synth, do you feel pain?
I was gonna Jedi mind trick him, dude.
He's like, if you know what's good for you, you'll shut up. And he goes back to looking at
Actually-
Queza.
Hey,
And he
guys.
starts stroking your shoulder.
Wait a minute. Let me do
And
this
it's
one.
like very hard. It's uncomfortable because he's so big and broody.
Wait a minute.
No.
I take a deep breath and say, you may wish to stop doing that.
I'm gonna let him do this then.
As I'm
I'm
going, yeah.
What are you gonna do? Little
I'm gonna
tiny
use a
flesh.
standard action.
It's like, oh, I almost didn't see you there, you little tiny fleshnoid.
I'm gonna take a standard action and use Adept Negotiator and say, you really should not. It's really rude to do what you're doing, after all. And I'm going to knock him down his condition tracker.
Okay.
Yeah, but can you do
That's
that?
his will defense.
Yeah, but he's a droid.
She kind of puffs up
they
eventually
are
and says,
sensitive.
"Guys,
It
just
actually
knock it
seems to
off."
affect him, and he's like, "What are you doing to me? Get out of my head!"
Guys, back off.
I'm not in your head. And I look nod my head and look over as I just kind of raise my hand up and say, you want to walk away from this situation now.
What is
Gee.
your wisdom?
My wisdom?
Yes.
It's a +5. As for my will defense, it's 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
I just kind of just like sit here hearing her complain, like, all right, I don't draw my saber and cut this dude's arm off.
When you enter into his, like when you're like basically you're not entering into his mind, but you're trying to you're forcing him to go down the track through a mental capacity, though, right? I mean, you're like mentally. So
Yeah.
as you enter into his mind mentally, you feel kind of a forced resistance back, but it clearly isn't his intention. Like he's this dumb brute, and there's some sort of force resisting you, but it does not appear to be him, but it's within him, if that makes any sense.
It's the oil.
That would be an educated guess.
I take a deep breath and say, you want to walk away from this situation and cause no more harm.
Off.
Sorry, but I can't. And I use Jedi mind trick.
Okay. He's like, I want to walk away from this. And he stands up and starts walking away. and goes and sits down and just stares blankly at the wall.
So yeah, Quasar will see my hand was actually on the saber, about ready to pull it, but
And Tiwantan looks over and says, "It was either that or that." I say, kind of eyeing over to Siren.
And she glares angrily at him. I can handle myself, thanks.
oh, I know you could.
Oh, I'm
But
sure. I know you could, but he almost sat on me.
It,
I was doing that
Besides-
for myself as well.
like little salt, and I'm like, I was just doing it because I wanted to see if you bleed. I am not a good Jedi.
I take a deep sigh and just say, "I am sorry."
Just leave me alone.
Now that you've directly influenced a person under the influence of this liquid, you're starting to understand that there's something odd about this liquid. It's very, 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 very strange how the Force reacted when you did your thing on him.
Was it a bad thing?
It's just different. You've never seen the Force like this before.
I asked for a glass of this then.
Well, this is all T1 Tan when he manipulated that guy. If any of you have used the Force on these guys previously, you would have probably experienced the same feeling.
I kind of look at my hand a bit before looking up at him and saying, "This is no time for pointless bickering. There's something with this stuff."
Then find out about it. But just leave me alone.
Now is not the time for this. We're on a
I said
mission.
leave me be.
We're trying to survive. Or have you forgotten that?
Ironically, Quasna, you look at your jar and your fireflies are dead. They're like hanging from their suction cupped mouths on the side of the jar, just hanging there dead, lifeless, still stuck to the side.
She's about to snip back at him and then sees this, stops moving, tears fill her eye, and she just starts crying.
Tiwantan tries to keep a straight face, but
I pat him on the back and I say, "You're quite the ladies' man."
Tiwantan tries to keep a straight face and stay cynical, but he just breaks, laying out a long sigh, and climbs up onto her lap and just hugs her.
No! Bad jolts! Oh, okay.
Yeah, people are clearly these synths are clearly trying to avoid you guys at this point. They're like, fucking weirdos.
She kind of shoves him away, like, you're a jerk, go away.
Yeah, but I'm the only one who wants to help you right now, so please.
No!
Please?
I just heard my brother yell at his game in the other room immediately after I said no, going, why? It's perfectly timed.
Anyway, so I'm going to just sit here, just like,
She just cries for a while and kind of like hugs the jar, like, my only friends. He was a dick, and I for once fit in somewhere, and he had to chase him away, and I couldn't handle it, and he was an ass, and the only friends I have are gone, and now I'm alone because these guys are assholes.
I take a deep sigh and say, "I care about you. That's why I did what I did. Now, if you'll come with me, I'll help you get more."
No, go away.
I just want to sit here and meditate. Like,
I'm trying to help you.
Go away.
He takes a deep breath and sighs.
At least my friends wouldn't see me things like that. Just leave me alone.
What did I say?
Leave me alone.
He takes a deep sigh and
I haven't
just...
forgotten anything. It just felt nice for once to be accepted somewhere.
He just looks at her and says...
she has some real fucking personal issues. Holy shit!
He just sighs and looks at her saying, "You do realize that I accept you, right? That's one reason I've been trying to protect you. I've been going with you on everything, and I've been doing everything in my power to defend you." Shut it, Dimmy.
Give me give me a perception, Cyron, since you're kind of not involved in this.
Well, yeah. He's basically my character's just kind of like meditating, kind of eyes on the surrounding, kind of a thing. He's just kind of God fucking damn it! I can't roll low.
Yeah, I know. This friggin' Roll20 sheet is ridiculous. Okay, so you guys, not to interrupt your guys' roleplay, you keep doing your thing, but you notice that there seems to be an odd character, like he's wearing like a cloak, and there's like a hood over his face. You can't see his face. You just see two red eyes, and he seems to be staring at you guys the entire time. Obviously, in the corner of the room, of course. Where else would he be? And he seems to have been staring at you guys the entire time. And you're just now kind of like zeroing in on him.
Right. Because these two are bickering back and forth. I need one of your, beer, I guess, full of this ooze, please.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's like, of course, and he gives you one. And
I walk over to the corner where this guy is. Like, thanks.
Okay, yeah, he's like on this small little table. It's like a table made for 4 people, and he's the only one there. And there seems to be no chairs around it, just his chair.
All right, so if there is an open chair nearby, I just have it come to me and have it come to me when I sit down. I'm just like, and I look at him and hand him the thing.
He says, I thought you would make your way here. It took you longer than I thought. You immediately pick up, not so much that you pick up on it as if he allows you to notice it. His
force sensitivity?
Yeah, his force that is extruding from him.
So he's not a synth, I can tell.
You don't know.
Alright, so I kind of adjust the blaster pistol that's on my hip to point at him. I'm going to pull some real Han Solo shit, man.
Okay.
Alright. And I look at him like, it's that, or I listen to
anybody want to get on Twitch and help me with this chat?
What's on chat?
Just to help me with the chat on Twitch. I don't want to leave these guys, this guy, or anybody standing. But I'm.
Yeah. Phil, why don't you go do that while I roleplay with this guy?
I'm sorry. So he's like, he's like, I warned you about going to the ship. You don't seem to be very well equipped with the ability to listen.
Nope.
I have reason to believe that I am more than capable of handling it. And so far, I've been proven right.
He says, and who is your master, young Jedi?
I learned many of my skills on my own, but there was a man for a while there who taught me some of the tricks. He taught me how to use the saber itself. I kind of opened my eyes looking at him. And I'm all self-taught here.
And do you have a lightsaber on your hilts or anything?
Up my sleeve. I don't wear it traditionally. I always have it up the sleeve of my battle suit.
Okay, and I say, he'll ask, he'll say, do you brandish a lightsaber, young Jedi?
When I need to.
And who trained you in its use?
Well,
I suppose that was self-taught as well.
No. I did say that there was a man who taught me at least the basics. His name was Quantan Il. He was a Aurorian. Big hammerhead guys.
He says, are you skilled with your blade?
I think I'm skilled enough, I suppose. I kind of make it obvious, like as I kind of recline back, having one hand on my lap and the other one hanging down. While the hand hanging down is actually grabbing my blaster rifle, about ready to shoot him.
Says, that would not be a wise move.
I assume you are a Jedi too, then, and you know simply how to stop that.
It says, let me just cut to the chase. Get your
Please do.
parts and leave this place.
Why do you tell me this?
Because I care for other Force users.
And if we go to the place,
The ruins?
right out of my head.
It says, you will only find death there. Death and despair. Are you not familiar of the story of the past civilization that once resided on this planet?
Nope. I say, kind of just blandly cutting him off.
Allow me to share, if you will. It says this planet was once a thriving society, a civilization, if you will, of humanoids such as yourself, until a weird or an unknown alien craft landed here, and ever since then, this planet has been cursed, as I'm sure you've heard.
So what resides in the temple?
I'm sorry?
What resides in the temple that has you so worried?
He says many seek the temple as they claim that it has values beyond priceless valuables within it, but all they find is their destruction.
Right.
He says, why would you be intrigued in such a place? Why would you wish to stay here longer than you have to?
Well, I'm assuming it's gonna take us more than a few days to get the ship repaired. I'm sure it's something we can handle in the meantime.
It says, continuing on with the story, it says those who were previously here, the civilization that previously resided on this place was also drawn to this, to these ruins, and it's destroyed them. It says there is something about you, you humanoids, that that seems to draw you to this pit of doom.
So who are you then?
And you guys see Cyron obviously over in the corner talking to somebody, but he says, let's just say that I am the last remaining survivor of a once vibrant culture.
I kind of know in my head. And if I go to this temple tomorrow, I will find only death.
Death and or despair.
Okay, alright. I say kind of like crossing my arms a little bit. How long will the ship take to repair, do I know?
Your droid's pretty good at it. I mean, he's if you got the parts, you would say probably 3 days.
Right. Alright, well, I'm not going to
Assuming they were
guarantee
the right
anything.
parts.
Right. So I say I'm not going to guarantee anything, but perhaps I will clear the problem.
It says if I were you, I would avoid using your connection with the Force as much as possible. It only attracts them to you.
I kind of give him the tip of the hat, if you will, the metaphorical hat I have on my head. And I say I was far more talented before I had these gifts. They've only just enhanced since then. And as I kind of go walking over back to the group again.
Yeah, he'll begin to speak, but you'll leave, and so he'll cut himself off, and just
My
kind of nod.
My character has a serious ego problem. Holy shit!
Yes. But is there anything you guys wish to do before you go to bed? I'm more than happy with role playing whatever you guys want.
I wanted to hang out with these guys. Some more,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
pulled an asshole.
I mean, you're
And now she's all upset and sad.
you are a very.
I do.
What is your charisma? Like 20? You're a very attractive woman, and all of these people. Imagine being an attractive woman, the only woman walking into a bar. I mean, and you being the only woman, not only the only woman, but a very attractive woman, and that's kind of the vibe you're getting.
Like they're all just staring at you. So I kind of go back, sit between Taiwan and Queza. So, kids, are we done arguing? And I'm actually back is on the bar, looking at both of them.
T1 just takes a deep breath and shakes his head before saying, "Some lessons are better learned on their own."
I nod. But I mean, they're synths. I mean, really, what do we got to worry about besides some idle touching? I chuckle at myself and look at her like it's okay. I understand. I understand. It's not easy being beautiful.
He just sighs a bit and says,
Ice, please tell me you're there and heard that. Ice?
"Ice."
I was giving him shit for for all that stuff, and then I look at you for all these sins giving you attention. I said, I understand. It's not easy being beautiful.
She just grumbles at, I'm not, though.
And I kind of look her up and down shit, you don't even know where I begin with you. And I gotta take a drink, and then I realize, oh, this is oil. Never mind. Click.
When you take a drink, I haven't heard anybody
No.
say they were taking a drink yet.
No. I went to, then I realized what I was drinking, and then I put it back down.
You spit it out? Okay.
No, I don't. I go to it, touches my lips, I'm like, wait,
Okay.
and set it down.
So is anybody drinking this liquid?
I'm gonna give it a shot, because I'll give it a sip and see how bad it is.
Okay, what is your will?
Probably shitty. I don't know.
Here, I'll just look at
17 actually. It's pretty good.
Not bad.
it.
We're all
Okay.
Jedi.
You, I mean, you've drank a lot of things in your life. Certain things have a kick and whatever, but when you drink this liquid, it's not like anything you've ever drank before. It feels like you're drinking. This is gonna sound weird, but it's the only way I can describe this. It feels like you're drinking someone's soul or essence. It feels really weird, and you feel a little bit empowered by it. And you gain a plus 3 to your use the force or any force ability for the next 5 hours.
All of a sudden, this makes a lot more sense.
Huh, sweet, cool.
Alright, so does she say
kind of
anything?
blinks at this and it's like, whoa, this thing has a...
Yeah.
She kind of puts it down, shaking her head like, oh, that's weird.
Kind of addicting, but you're able to resist the addictiveness.
Mm.
I kind of look at her like, wow. I look at him.
I guess I'll take a sip too, since everyone else is.
I'm not taking a step. Like, what's it do?
What is your will?
I feel stronger?
My will is 20.
Stronger in what means?
Exact same thing that I described to Queza. I'm gonna say your name different every time, and I apologize.
Queza.
Quota.
Quota.
But exact same sensation and feeling, and you get a plus 3 as well. And Matt, give yourself a force point for helping me out with the Twitch, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks.
What's going on in the Twitch?
There's a lot of chat going on, and he's helped me out, and I appreciate it. Because
is
it's hard
there
for me to do
like
both.
Is there a lot of people actually in the Twitch all of a sudden?
I think there's like 2 people viewing it, in addition to Matt and myself.
Alright.
And hi everybody, by the way. But
What's up, kids?
Cool.
so anything else you guys wish to do?
No, I kind of just like, I'm gonna go find a spot to go lay down and just rest until the morning. I say tomorrow we're going to the ruins, kids. Oh, and don't use any of our gifts, FYI.
I kind of stare at him like I'm a counselor.
I'm like, I know. Learn to use your saber.
She kind of looks over a bit, like, the ruins are dangerous. Shouldn't we avoid those?
Like, and what? Miss out on an opportunity for greatness? I kind of hold my hands up on top of the stairwell. Nah, and keep going.
You're such a jerk.
I'm waiting for this to all come to an anticlimactic end.
Tiwan's just holding his head like that. Teotan just looks over at Quazen and sighs, saying, "Well, I suppose we're going tomorrow then, correct?"
Humph! I love it. Wow, this almost like Stockholm Syndrome. What the fuck?
Okay.
He takes a long sigh.
Oh, go ahead.
He just takes a long sigh and shakes his head like, "If that's how you will it, I will not bother to try. I will not bother to try and help you anymore."
Humph.
Okay, so you guys going to sleep, or not trying to? I'm not trying to push you
I
guys
want to
along.
observe these synths some more. Like,
yeah,
they
do
actually
whatever you're gonna
kind
do.
of Fit in somewhere, and then Jones has to pull an ass.
You are not. No.
No, you don't understand. That guy was lit.
He was literally going up to you and petting you. Hey, you're a pretty fleshling. Oh.
Like we're
I could have
talking.
handled it.
Yeah, but that doesn't make me an asshole for getting rid of the guy who wanted to perv you.
Ice, if a guy comes up behind you, grabs your tits, and one of us punches him,
Well, he didn't grab her tits.
I would have not felt bad, but this is Quaza. She doesn't get it. She doesn't do human interaction. She does blood interaction.
Well, they call Tiwatan the asshole, not me.
anyway, I'm going to my character goes to bed with a blaster rifle under his blaster pistol underneath his pillow tonight. Just
I've got to get you guys to Zeltron. Oh my gosh, you would love that planet. Well, at least the Twi'lek would.
I'll be right back.
Why would I love the-
It's the brothel of the galaxy. I'll just put it that way. Just a bunch of pheromones flying all over the place. But anyways, so are you gonna interact with these people, or are you just, or are you gonna go to bed, Quaza?
She'll hesitantly approach a small group and try and say hello.
Yeah, there's a small group playing what looks like some sort of game. It doesn't look like any game you've ever played before.
Ooh. I like games. Games are fun. Games are great. I like games. So she'll kind of walk over and go, hello.
They all look up at you at once and they say, hello, Fleshtoid.
What are you playing?
We are playing Quasnar. Completely just made that up off the top of my head right now.
Proud of you. Good,
No,
good
it's
job.
that's why that name is so terrible.
How do you play it?
You see that there's like these small figures, no bigger than a Lego person, in real life, and they all look mechanical. It's a combination of we've all seen the Millennium Falcon game that the Wookiee plays with Luke Skywalker or whoever. It's a combination of that plus like mechanical. Instead of it being a hologram, they're actual mechanical moving parts. So it kind of looks like chess. Innocence. And they say, they explain the rules to you. I don't know the rules myself, but basically you roll a d20 and blah, 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 blah. Just like you would gamble on any other game in this system. And so they explain the rules to you, and yeah.
May I watch?
Well, they say, of course. One of them actually pushes one of the other ones down the bench and makes an opening for you to sit down in.
Shove.
Yeah.
Move, bitch.
They're acting just like anybody in the galaxy would at a tavern like this. But it's unique because they're synths and they're not people. But anyways,
She's finding this very scientifically interesting.
It is.
She is a
I would-
total nerd bucket. She is just a total nerd.
but they sit down and he actually will order you a drink of their goo or whatever you want to call it, their synth goo, and he'll put it down and they kind of wait for you to take a drink out of it before they continue on with their game.
I don't want to drink too much of this, so take a small sip.
Okay.
I'm back.
Same feeling. What's your will? Again.
17.
Doesn't matter. I rolled worse than the last time I rolled against it. So, you have an extraordinary resilience against this liquid, but you still get the same sense, and you're just maintaining that +3 to the use the force. You watch them play this game, and one person seems to be particularly good at it. He's sitting like directly across from you, and he's got this weird like self-made hat that he's wearing that looks like a beehive.
I like your hat.
And again, all of their flesh is like peeling off of their metal bone or metal
body.
core, and he says, "Thank you. I made it myself." And again, it's all broken basic or mechanical basic, I should say.
What's it made of?
It is made of banta hide.
What's a
Nice.
banta?
Big beast in wilderness.
I kind of want to see what one of these looks like.
Wait, Banta or Bantha?
I say banta because it's not a bantha.
Ah.
He holds out his hand and this little holographic image appears and he shows you what it looks like. It looks like a small elephant almost, except for the trunk. Plus with the tusks, minus the trunk.
She kind of gets a really excited look suddenly. You'll have to show me one of these.
He says, well, I most certainly would love the pleasure. And you notice that you're distracting him from the game, and he gets back into the game, and he loses his hand, and he gets pissed. Even though I described it as a chess game, and I'm saying hand like it's a card game. But he loses this round.
Oh. Well, shit. Oopsie poopsie doopsie whoopsies.
Roll. What is your will again? I hate to keep asking.
It's a 17.
Okay. Your sense of your surroundings is starting to change.
Right?
You know how, like in the Matrix, when Neo becomes Neo, he sees the numbers and stuff. It's not like that, but it's kind of like you're starting to see things differently. That's the best way to describe it. You're no longer seeing things; you're feeling things as you keep drinking this drink. I'm assuming you're continuing to drink this drink.
Oh, almost seeing ways in the way Mira looked might. Huh.
No, she just took a sip of it. Yeah, no, she's
Okay.
not gonna keep drinking this. She doesn't really trust
Okay.
it yet.
Well, it's still
She's not
working
really
in
sure
your
if
body.
it's having any adverse effects of her body. So
It's still working in your body, and this is the first time you've had it. So just like anybody who's not tolerant to alcohol and drinking it for the first time, it's
bitch.
hitting you. It's hitting you hard, and you're more so feeling things than seeing. Like all of your other senses are dulled to the feeling of the force. So feeling of the force is heightened above all of your other senses. So now you're feeling everything around
starts
you.
rubbing at her head, like what?
Yeah, it's very weird. It's a different sense.
Like I said, she kind of like starts rubbing at her head and kind of lowers it a bit, like the.
The fuck?
The fuck?
Yeah. You're like peered into the Matrix or something. It's weird. But
Yeah.
eventually
She's having
the
some mental fuckery.
So I'm still at the dreadnought if there's a map I'm supposed to be at.
oh sorry. So eventually the roofies will wear. I mean the
Jared, I think we have to agree with Gio on this one. It's LSD.
yeah.
All that
It's-
LSD.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like beyond LSD, but I imagine this is probably a lot like this.
I don't even like. Okay, while in college, everybody talked about trying LSD. I even like at one point in time, somebody offered to let me try LSD, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really do that mindfuck shit. So
Yeah.
no.
I'm
So I don't know
strictly-
what it's like, but they've told me that it's a pretty serious trip.
Yeah.
Like you don't just feel or hear things, you see shit.
Yeah, you feel colors and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've had somebody who was a huge druggie explain it to me once, but I'm just like, nah, I'm straight up cocaine and heroin myself. I'll pass. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. Anyways, so
Don't do drugs, kids. Those who are in the chat, unless you're us, and you give your drugs to us.
Oh man. Oh yeah. All right. So where was I? Oh, so eventually your senses kind of take over, and the next thing you guys all know is you wake up the next day. Don't worry, all your clothes are on. You're not in bed with somebody you didn't know.
Okay, good, thank you.
But you wake up the next day, and you will recall everything that happened tonight. It was just an ordinary night, and you had some fun. You didn't sleep with anybody or anything like that. So, unless
By
you
the
wanted
way,
to.
when I awaken from my from my meditation position, I want to use the Force, and I want
God.
to trigger my far-seeing ability to try and find that guy who he spoke to earlier.
I spoke to.
Well, not spoke to. I'm talking about the guy like we ran into in the woods, the one who told us to stay away from that thing, the dreadnought.
Yes.
I want to try to use far-seeing to determine where he is, or at least get a faint idea of his surroundings and emotional state.
Give me a use the force, and you're
right.
actually using far seeing.
Yeah.
Oh god, please. I'm alive, I promise. Kind of.
22.
Okay, so you get a plus 10 versus will. Okay. And I'm sorry, so what exactly are you trying to find out with this?
I want to get an idea of the surroundings of this guy that told us to stay away from the dreadnought and don't go north. And I also want to get an idea of this guy's emotional state. Sort of like a little bit of what's going on.
Yeah, you definitely are able to tap into this a little bit, and you sense him, and it's almost as if like he lets you in, or he lets you, you kind of has everybody seen the new Star Wars movie?
No,
I have.
no,
Okay.
no,
Never
no.
mind then.
So
All right, I won't use that as an example then. You kind of you get a glimpse of some of his past, present, and future. Well, not future, but past and present. images of things that he's done. And you notice that you see him on various planets. Some of them, you see him in a cold Arctic setting, and he's trudging through this cave, and you see him pull out this sweet ass lightsaber, and you see him cut into this thing, and then as soon as he cuts into it, the image goes to another image of him searching through a ship. And as he searches through the ship, you see a man lift his head who seems to be crushed by the parts of the ship that have collapsed on him. And he just takes his hand and puts it on his head. And you see the person kind of, his eyes roll to the back of his head and his head fall back. And then you see another image of him looking at Cyron and having a conversation with him at the table that you just saw. And then all of a sudden you're like sucked back into reality.
Nice vision, Jolts.
This is
Good
most
job, Jolt.
So I know for a fact that he was on some kind of ship, and that he was cutting into something before he arrived here for some reason. I kind of scratch my chin at this before I stand up and I go to meet up with my companions.
You detect him. He's right there. He's in the same
Oh,
place
yeah.
he was
Yeah.
when you guys went upstairs. It's almost as if he hasn't moved.
I detect him. I'll go to him.
Okay. He says, one of the other Jedi. Welcome.
I nod my head and have a seat. I see that you
See
allowed
him
me-
he sticks his hand out in the chair, because this table only has the one chair he's sitting at. He sticks his hand out and the chair comes flying towards him and sits at the table so that you can sit in it.
I nod my head in thanks and sit down.
Did you just do the thing I did? He totally did!
He forced
Motherfucker!
he force moved. Yeah. But he says, "Have a seat."
I nod and have a seat as I say, I thank you for allowing me in. Of course you must understand I have many questions.
And says, "You guys must understand that I'm here, and that I'm trying to help you."
I nod my head and say, yes, I can see that.
He says, "I can show you the power of the Force, but you must listen."
I nod my head. Very well. I will listen to you.
He says, "The ruins do not have what you seek. It is a fool's task to go there. Get what you need and leave."
What of these parasites that infect my friends?
He says,
Ooh.
"You must focus on the Force. You will be able to rid yourself of them."
I nod my head. Very well. In the meantime, he says, looking back, I will talk to my friends and try to keep them on track with fixing the ship then.
Says that would be most wise. You seem to be the wisest of them,
I nod my head and say...
based on your ability scores. I mean, what were you saying?
I nod my head in agreement and say, speaking, I saw you aboard a ship. That was the dreadnought, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I was the one who came to the rescue when it was crashed.
What did you find beyond that room that you were cutting open?
I found despair.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force since I came here. I've been worried and wondering of these ruins and this dreadnought that had come here. Do you know what truly happened, how they crashed, and what they brought?
Yes, I do.
Do you think you could share this with me?
Perhaps. The question is, are you ready to hear the truth?
I nod my head and say, I am listening with an open mind.
I hear a snort.
Force lightning!
My character's like totally asleep upstairs still.
Well, you guys are all awake at this point, I would imagine.
What'd I do?
Alright, we're all awake.
Yeah, she's groggily moseying her way around places like.
So I walk by her and I like, are you okay? This is what you get for drinking too much.
I didn't though.
How much did you have?
I had 2 sips.
Okay, give me a use the force, Tiwatan.
Alright, is this to resist, or...
It's to detect something.
Okay. As I am very strong in the Force, I roll a 20, which is only a 5.
You sense a slight darkening in the force that is being extruded from this person.
I kind of
A darkness, if you will.
nod my head, looking at him, and say, "You've been corrupted."
I say, it is the only reason why I'm still here. You do not understand the power. I hate to be so cliche, but you do not understand the power of the dark side.
Your mind still seems to be your own for the moment.
Yes.
Anyway, so as I come down, I look down at the man who's still there. Like, why are you still there?
Where else would I go?
I shrug, and I'm like, all right, we're taking off.
Very
I
well.
really have to
I
go
wish
there?
you luck in your endeavors.
I look over and say, "We are not going to the ruins.
Why not?
It's a fruitless task. What we seek is not there.
Um,
Better
you know-
just to wait until the ship is repaired."
Everybody give me a perception, except for you, T1 Tan. He kind of slides his hand across the table and slips something into your hand.
So I noticed this.
You have to beat a 24 to notice this.
Fuck. Maybe I don't notice that then. Holy shit.
4.
I'll immediately act casual and conceal it as he wished.
You feel it. It seems almost like a rather large gem almost in texture as he go into your hand, and he says, "I'll be in touch."
He nods his head and says, "Thank you."
You see him. He pulls
don't even
back
know
the hood on his cloak, and as he pulls it back, the hood falls into just a pile of clothes, like just the cloak.
As
She kind of jumps and looks panicked, like, did he just die? Oh my god.
I kind of take a deep sigh and look over at my companions.
She
He
looks
was-
over it.
Oh, I really wish I had. Oh, I know what he is. God damn it.
She looks over at T1 and at first goes to huff away from him, but pauses and walks over and, like, hugs him a second and walks off, like, still mad at you, but...
All right, so I kind of just like, okay, well, I'm going to the temple. You can join me. Like, I don't give a shit.
I really think this is a dangerous endeavor.
It is, and it's not worth doing. What you seek is not there. Going there will lead yourself to self-ruin.
I don't even know what's
You
there.
should stay here with us. I've heard a lot of stories about these ruins. They're not safe.
And plus, whatever's there is not what controls the parasite.
Oh.
Use the Force. It'll remove it for you. They're weak to that.
And I say, Really, I was just told that they're attracted to the Force.
But just as easy as they can bring them, it can get rid of them too.
How did you get rid of them?
He looked at her. I rode on your shoulders.
Claire slowly.
All right, so I'm just like, all right, fine, and I'm going to just go over.
You really don't know if this is a good idea.
And I'm going to just focus on my inner self.
I guess I'll give it a try too.
I can't remove whatever these things are.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot too.
Okay, those of you who have drank the special liquid, give yourself +3 to this use the Force.
All right.
Okay, then that's a 21.
Okay,
I use a force dice with this.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, is that
So I got
18 with
19.
the +3 or +3 to that
No.
18? Quasi.
+3 to that 18.
Okay.
So I got a 19.
19. Is Tiwatan? Oh, is that what your 20 is on use the Force there? No.
No, I'll do it now.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you're doing the same thing they're doing, but
Well, he's not infected.
good point.
I'll still join them with a 31.
Yeah. Well, with the 31, you know that you're not infected. How's that?
I'll use my 31 to assist them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that doesn't really. That's. I mean, I guess you could kind of help, but Quasar, you actually use your Force to sense. You can actually detect where these things are within your body, and you can actually attack them mentally.
Gonna give this a shot.
Yeah. Siron, kind of the same feeling. You're just there's only 2 of them though in your body.
Okay. So I know where they are, but that's it.
You know where they are. You're struggling to get rid of them. You can give me another use the Force to destroy them as like an attack.
Okay.
Quasar, you're gonna get your
19.
+3. Okay, you destroy them. You're just like, yeah,
Oh shit. I got a +3 to that as well.
yeah, same thing. You destroy all of them.
Whoa.
They're just like little bugs, and you squish them with your mind. You literally squish them with your mind.
Yes!
Quasar, you feel very in tune with the Force as you're doing this. This seems simpler than it should have been for you. Man, I gotta pee.
Go ahead.
I'm really tired.
Yeah, no, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here, and
Jesus!
Do we want to stop or something?
We can stop.
I don't know.
Well, the ship's about to get repaired, so I think this would be an interesting spot to. Well,
Yeah, you guys got to decide where you're going. You guys have the parts to your ship. You can go repair your ship and leave, or you can go.
Oh,
check
we
out
know
the
what I-
ruins.
You know what I want.
I really think that we should just repair this shit and go.
Yeah.
You know what I want to
They
do.
have insects and misfortune, and this just doesn't seem like a good idea. Maybe if we have a larger group of people with us, now that we know how to deal with these parasites and what to expect here, I think it would be wiser if we came back with a larger group, but for now, I think that it's way too dangerous.
Norm.
So she says to Siron if he gathers up a group when they return from this place, she'll go back with him, but now currently with just the 3 of them, it doesn't seem safe.
Okay. So if this is a one shot, we'll say you get your parts and you leave. If it's not a one shot, we say you get your parts and you do whatever you want. If you leave, we continue. If you don't leave, so
What?
if
I
you
think we should
need like a
probably-
satisfactory ending for a one shot, we'll say you get your parts and you leave.
I
If this
say that
isn't a
we-
one shot and it continues, then we can.
Yeah,
We can go
I
from
kind
there.
of want I kind of want this to continue. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I would say that we could just leave it here, and if they happen to not show up like this again, then we can do this together.
Yeah, cool.
All right, because I
I'm
like this.
glad
I
you
think
guys
this-
don't want to just fucking pull the cord on this. All right.
I honestly want to go to the ruins.
Yeah, the ruins would be fun.
My character's wisdom tells him he knows better.
But my character has
Like,
such a...
I do want to go to the ruins, I just
No.
know it's dangerous for it.
Here's the thing. I'm honestly like, this is a really stupid idea. I shouldn't be doing this. But my character has such a god complex that he's like, I need to go.
Be interested to see what happens. But we'll leave it for next time.
If this ever happens.
If it ever happens. I mean, I'm sure we'll get a chance for one shot. At some
Oh, yeah.
point.
Now, when that happens, I'll be very happy to play Tiwatan again.
Awesome.
I'm gonna save my character sheet.
I'm really liking Tiwatan. I like the whole idea of just playing that wise lemur guy who just always knows what to do.
I still think her character has like Stockholm syndrome for some reason.
By the way,
Sweet.
is your character still mad at mine?
Yeah.
No? Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching who's watching the broadcast for watching. I'm gonna end it here.
Alright.